your winged YouTuber.
Woohoo! I try to be Raquel's wingman, but now I got a wingman. Yay! Although Raquel also is my wingman occasionally. Even if it's a topic she's not really big into, she'll like chill and be
Mhm.
there as moral support, which I appreciate. We had a live stream like a while back about a couple of topics that she didn't really want to like jump into, and but she was a total team player. Like she was there as moral support. And that's always appreciated because I think she has occasionally has a stream like it's about anime, and that's not my thing at all. You know, but if I feel the need, I'll try to be there and at least be moral support, even though I have like nothing to offer that conversation at all.
Right?
Only thing I
Exactly.
had to offer was, hey, there's going to be a new cartoon being released of Vash the Stampede that's about as good as it got. Like, saw the previews, pretty disappointing though. The preview showed his hand turning into a gun. It's kind of bullshit. In fact,
What?
none of the I know, right? It just shows him with what I believe to be like a 44 cal, as
Come
far as I
on.
can tell. But or 44 mag, whatever, tomato, whatever. I'm no gun expert. Anyway, but yeah, it shows him holding one, but not his hand turning into one, and I'm like, I feel kind of gypped. And I looked it up because it's been like good 20 or so years since I've seen that. I'm like, he is the guy that does that, right? And it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
okay. I Googled it. Yeah, it is the guy. It's just not showing. Hi, Isaac. How are you, darling? Mwah. Welcome. Are you listening to music?
No. I just like bouncing my head. Sometimes I have a beat going on in my head, so sometimes I'll just, just bounce my head.
Right on. I didn't know if you were or not. Then I said hi to Isaac, and he didn't say anything. So I was kind of like, are you
Oh, it's because I was looking at a different screen while we're listening.
okay?
But hello there, friend.
So, what have you been up to?
I have been just working and just trying to pay off my debt. It's been a boring life, and I mean,
Boring is good.
really, the only exciting thing has just been trying to build up the YouTube channel. That's it. So,
What the fuck? Hi, Apex, but what? This does not sound appropriate.
yeah, that might not be the best
I
choice
don't.
for the.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you're going for. It might. I don't know. Like, if he's going
I.
for some wild shit, I mean, it might be right. I don't know, but it's definitely unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you been
Absolutely.
up to, Apex? Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I don't usually stream this late, like, or like get started this late, I should say. But I don't know. I wanted to do it earlier, but it seemed like there was a few people, and I was like, eh.
Yeah. Well, LDG wanted to just try and finish our game, but it's going to be a while before we finish that. I think it's going to be at least another 2 streams. So,
Oof. That's more commitment than I'm ready to give to a stream.
well, my commitment's already to StreamYards. I've already dove in and uh, purchased their StreamYard because I was running out of the hours in like a week and a half.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why I use like 4 or 5 emails. Because when I was streaming more, yeah, that's what I did. I have like 3 of my own, and I think I like use 1 or 2 of someone else's. Because I'm like, I don't know, but I'm dragging my feet about paying $20 a month or whatever it was or is. I don't know what it is now.
I
Okay.
forget, but well, for me, I think the when I looked at it, I was like, I was able to save myself from investing in a capture card to capture gameplay off my Nintendo Switch, so might as well invest in StreamYards instead. So that's how I kind of rationalized it.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, I think about it. Yeah, you sent me like a message the other day, and like I read it, but like my brain is like, hold on.
no, I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's about what I remember. I think it was just give or take a couple of sentences, but yeah, that
Okay,
that, that sounds fun. But like, is there any new places down there?
no, but I mean, the world is literally our oyster down there.
Very frozen oyster.
True. But
I wonder if I'll get in trouble if I try to send like spicy, like really edgy reviews. Like, I heard about that shit that happened when Ukraine like hit Poland. Bunch of fucking dumbasses. How the hell you do that? Like, how do you miss that hard? I think they were trying to set something up to make it stir the pot more. And
mhm.
man, it would be funny to put up a review. Like, if there is a way to do a Google review, it'd be like, "Fuck you for hitting us," you know.
It's like, what was it? Oh, do something hilarious, but like, oh, it would just be morbid. And also, I'm gonna say it now, Isaac and friends, you're speaking my language. I remember Transformers Beast Wars, watching all 3 seasons of it. I hope you. I'm not sure if you watched Beats Machines that followed up. Wasn't that great, but at least it closed up the story. Sorry.
No, by all means, get your nerd on. It's okay.
I'm always getting my nerd on.
That's so cute. That's oddly charming. I find nerdiness oddly charming. I do.
I find it also helps that I have a very luxurious beard at the moment too.
I am indifferent with the beard. I think it'd be weird to see you without one now. Like, now that I'm used to seeing you with it, like, it'd be weird without it.
Yeah. Well, I think I just like it now just because it's a little bit more fuller. It's a lot more filled in certain
Like
places.
a winter
So,
coat.
yeah. Um,
It's getting cold out, so your beard's thickening up.
yeah. Beard
Oh, he had the
thickening.
McDonald's toys. That's wild.
Yeah. Beard thickening up. Spare tires thickening up. So, gotta watch that. So I'm wearing sweaters now.
Ugh. You always strike me as someone who wears sweaters anyway.
I don't know. I like to say I just have that kind of face. So, but yeah. What was I getting? What was I going to mention? Yeah, I still find it odd you didn't think I was a stoner up until
Well,
just
I
today.
guess I just didn't think about it, and you didn't do it on screen very much.
Well, I tried not to, but
So
now,
I saw that, I was like, whoa.
well, I've recently started getting into a few communities that like do like the smoking sessions on YouTube, and
Oh, wow. That does sound fun.
so I mean, I started jumping on there and
Hello.
just having a blast, just hanging out and just chilling and just smoking. And I actually smoke less when I'm hanging out with them because I'm so entertained by what's going on.
Nice.
So
That sounds fun. Yeah, I don't think there's any group for me like that because I don't drink or smoke the weed. So I'm no fun.
oh come on, I find you fun.
Aw, you're sweet and charming and entirely too charitable.
Well, one of these days we'll run into each other in Oklahoma.
How often do you come here?
Never, but I'm just saying.
He's like, never.
I,
Nobody comes here.
well, I mean, at least I'm in
There's like
Colorado,
one
so
other
I'm.
YouTube. There's like I found one YouTuber that is here in Oklahoma. I don't know what part he's in, but it's Bubba Geek Hero.
Mhm.
I think he is. I don't know what part. I have no idea. Probably not even area I've been to. But like he's pretty cool. I mean, there must be other YouTubers. I found a couple, but nobody I've ever spoken to. They have like such a high number. Like if I even try to say hi in the chat, they'll never see me. So I just avoid those.
I see.
I like middle of the road live streams where you can say hi and people actually acknowledge you exist. I like those. When it's got like a bunch of people and nobody can keep track of anything, it looks like chaos. I hate those. I'm like,
Yeah.
Can't.
When
If I'm
it's just
watching
like,
it's gonna be because something I need to something I want to be educated on, not because I'm planning on making friends with anybody.
yeah,
I
it
just play
seems.
video games, watch anime, and talk finance. Man, I'm too broke for finance, which I don't know. Yeah, but video games and anime that makes him like automatically like attached to a whole bunch of groups here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Being a gamer myself, and definitely, I used to be a very avid anime watcher, but then I kind of teetered off from it. So,
I didn't know people did that.
well, I mean, I like to think that I have certain I like to think I have certain phases that come and go in life. It just depends on, what sticks around.
I
So,
suppose. Anybody I know who got into anime stayed there.
well, I mean, I just haven't watched any anime in a long time. So,
I don't
well,
know. Every
yeah.
day there's video games or anime going on in this house. Complete nerd fest around me. I'm like the only one that doesn't play video games or watch anime here.
Well,
I'm sure I look like the weirdo.
well, my home is pretty much just all about video games, live streaming, and getting my toke on.
I'm sure the graphics have gotten better, but maybe
Yeah,
me storylines or something.
the graphics have gotten way, way better than what I ever thought
Gotten
would be
creepy.
possible.
It's getting creepy good. Like some of them look like actual movies and not video games. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I've seen a couple.
Like, wait a minute.
When they were playing Red Dead Redemption here in this house, I was like, I mean, it looked like it was like a really well made cartoon and not a video game. I was like, what in the fuck? It was kind of cool. But I'm bad with like controllers because, I took one stab at the Fortnite thing. And man, I didn't know what to do with the controller. So like it showed it looking up, looking down, this and that got shot. And I was like, fuck. I could not make it look straight ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like something might be like done with like inverted controls or something. I
Oh
don't know.
no, because the person who had it before did fine, and then they took the controller back, they did fine. Like it was me. It was operator error. That's what that was.
Oh, okay.
There was like zero subtlety in what I was trying to do. It's like shit. Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just full. Sucks hot garbage. Oh, that's awesome. I have never used that term. I've used hot garbage before, but not sucks hot garbage. That's fucking funny. I like that. I'm gonna have to remember that. That is great. Sonic 06 comes to mind. I am not familiar with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, neither am I. Uh,
Oh, I have a message. I thought somebody would be able to make it, but they're apparently actually tired for once. That are going to bed. I'm like all a little sad faced to them. I think I don't remember which Grand Theft Auto I tried, but that was actually Hey Draven, how are you, darling? I hope you're doing good. Oh well, I mean, we figured that. I mean, I figured that anyway, but
right.
yeah, I played one of the Grand Theft Autos. Like someone handed me the controller and like it's like, all right, you do this to shoot, this to run. I'm like, okay. So I did like insane shit and like shot the cops on purpose.
It's like take that and that and that.
Oh, yeah, they started surrounding me. I was like, no. I remember a little bit because this girl I went to alternative school, she was a fan of Sailor Moon. Sonic Frontier is new one and it's free to roam. Well, that sounds kind of fun, I suppose. There's some games you can play like on a website, but I'm not very good with those because it requires playing with a keyboard is kind of a pain in the ass. My daughter seems to do it effortlessly. Well, actually, she can do both game controller and keyboard effortlessly. I'm like, dang, girl.
Well, controller I can understand. Keyboard and I could definitely get because I've been trying to switch between like controller and keyboard and mouse myself, and sometimes it gets a little bit
I have
difficult.
heard that happens, and she'll play League of Legends on her computer, and she'll just be like tap 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 tap, tearing shit up, and then she can go to her PS5 and start tearing shit up over there. Like she doesn't have any problem like going from one to the other. Apparently, like I didn't like I don't know where she got that from. I tried to start out on games early for hand-eye coordination. I didn't know I was going to turn into a gamer. I didn't realize that was going to happen. She started game raging early though. Yeah, she was like 4, and she like threw the controller down. I'm like, that game controller's older than you. It was my original Nintendo. I got her started on.
Oh,
Well, I mean, she didn't break. I started putting pillows underneath the like where she was at, so when she threw it down, like it would land on the pillow and be okay.
right.
So she didn't break it, but Draven also apparently has no trouble switching.
Well, I think for me the issue is I'll give you an example. I would play the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, for example. I used to play it on the PC, but I had a controller, so I'd be so used to the controls and how they would work. And then I've recently tried playing it on PC with just the mouse and keyboard, and it's just a bit of a learning curve that I'm still trying to get used to. Trying to break that mindset of okay, I remember I could press A, B, X, Y. Nope, those don't exist here. It's just the keyboard and mouse now.
But he said he's better on the controller. Right on. I mean, like the games on here, like yeah, if I play Tetris or whatever, yeah, it's keyboard, and I'm bad at it. So I'll keep hitting the wrong button instead of the up and down or the side to side key. Keep fucking that up. Oh, VR games. Oh my god. Like
I can, yeah.
my boyfriend got an Oculus, and like they had like these games, like I forget what it's called, Beat Saber, I think, where you hit like these little boxes to the tune of like music, and you got like, and you look at, and in the little Oculus, your hand controllers are like these little lightsabers basically, and I suck at that so much because you got to hit the boxes a certain way. And I'm just like, oh God, no, give me a fighting game. And so we got a boxing game. And apparently you're not supposed to put your all into it. But like, I don't know how you don't. But man, I got worn out. I got my ass kicked by a Russian boxer in the game. I'm on the ground just like, it wore me
It's
out.
like, no mas, no mas.
I think he even bent down and punched me. I didn't know they could do that. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I got my ass kicked in the boxing game. Like the first round wore me out, but I won. Second, not so much. They're like, you're not supposed to swing that hard. I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to swing like you actually would.
Yeah. Well, I think at that point, I don't know. That's what you would try. I don't know how you would adjust that to kind of give you more of a weight to it, kind of.
I don't know. I just kind of, I was trying not to swing too hard because, I mean, I had the thing around my wrist, but I didn't want to come flying out of my hand. Hey, Red Monarch, I haven't seen you in a long time. I have been checking out, I've been thinking about the Oculus, like for, like, VR stuff where you can go check out, like, the rainforest and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that would be kind of fun. Kind of look around and you feel like you're in a rainforest or in another country. That'd be kind of neat. I just haven't got around to doing anything with it. Any signs of Carol? No. Like,
who's Carol?
I think he means Carol's Cookies. It's the only Carol I know. But no, I haven't seen her in a while.
Okay.
Hello, Steven. Or Stefan, rather. Hello, DJ. Lots of hugs to y'all. Kind of thrown off by the Carol thing a little bit because, like, yeah, I haven't seen her much around in a while. Like, I think she's off doing her own thing. But I don't know. I kind of lose track of people, so
I know. I mean, we've kind of had our falling. I don't want to call it a falling out.
Falling out would indicate we had a fight. We just kind of drifted off a little bit.
I think, yeah. Well, I mean, I think for me, real life kind of got in the way. So
right, same. Not that my life's that interesting, but yeah, like just had stuff to focus on, silly stuff going on. Like I don't mean to neglect people, but yeah, there's times I think when people think I'm upset with them and I'm not, and I'm just like being withdrawn. It's like, oh, I messaged Raquel yesterday and I sent her a little cat gif. Just to let her know, like fine. Because I think one time, like, she thought I was upset with her, and I just was not talkative. Let's see. Jurassic World Aftermath is like Alien Isolation with dinosaurs. I don't know what Alien Isolation is.
Your guess as good as mine.
No, it was just share a screen and like Raquel as well. You don't want to be where she. Why Raquel? What's Raquel done to you? Raquel doesn't do anything to anyone. She just minds her business and plays video games and occasionally streams with me.
Hmm.
So I don't. Yeah, Raquel isn't. Uh, Somebody was starting some shit about Raquel. Like they were actually going around talking about her. I know who it is too. Like I made a video about that guy, and it's been kind of all quiet on the Western Front since I put the receipts out there. He'd been
Mhm.
trying to meet her, even though he's got a wife. He'd been trying to meet her, and she was trying to find some excuse not to, because she goes between Texas and Ohio, and
Mm.
so I guess he does runs occasionally, and it's near Ohio. And he's like, "Oh, are you in Ohio right now? I would like to see you." And she's like, "No, I'm in Texas." But then he'd turn around and start. She's on Carol's side of the. She's no, she's not. She's not doing anything with Carol. She doesn't talk to her. She doesn't do anything with her. Like this is the first night I've actually not hung out with Raquel. A lot of times, me and Raquel will hang out and just watch movies quietly.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, Raquel's been doing her best to stay away from all the drama. But yeah, freaking, but yeah, fucking Adam was going around telling her, yeah, I can help grow your channel, even though she's got 2 or 3 times as many subs as he does. But whatever. And he was trying to meet up with her, even though he's got a wife. And he was going, and I caught him in someone's chat talking shit about her when she hadn't even done anything.
Hmm.
Like I can account for her whereabouts.
That's
Yeah, so yeah, this guy was going around saying that, oh, Raquel's doing this and Raquel's doing that. And no, she's not. No, she wasn't. I kept a close eye on her for quite a while. I can attest.
hmm
Like she was getting, her name was getting thrown around, but she wasn't actually doing anything. Old boy was doing it to get attention and stir up drama because, drama gets clicks and views, right?
I guess. I mean, that's not the route I'm going to go down. But
Mm. Oh, yeah, I had no interest in that either. But Raquel's been trying to stay away from all the ridiculousness. She's been dragged through it too much, man. Like stuff was getting said about her that wasn't even true. She took Carol's side. I don't know when this would have been. Uh, I was one of Raquel's mods, and she's not talked to Carol in a long time. I can test at least 3 months she hasn't talked to her. YouTube drama, yeah. Hey, more, let's fight. Ha ha. I'm not trying to fight with nobody though.
I don't got time for that. Nobody does.
Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, I don't know if it was like an argument y'all had, and that maybe at that moment she took Carol's side in the situation. But I've rarely been on because of drama. I hear that a lot though. But like, yeah, I've been like tied with Raquel for like at least the last few months, and I was catching people like saying stuff about her that wasn't actually true. And that's what got a lot of stuff started is because one person tells another person, those two people go tell other people, and suddenly it might as well be fact. But she was like, yeah, he was telling her that oh, they're mad at you for this and that, and she's like, but I didn't do that, but should I go apologize? And I saw the receipts, dude, and he was like, no, if you go and apologize, they'll never speak to you again. Like he was manipulating her, telling her that basically he'd handle it, and if she talked to them, they'd never speak to her again. Like he had her like scared like that. So I know she didn't go around starting no shit because she was scared to. She was afraid people wouldn't talk to her anymore.
Jeez.
I actually like Raquel as if she kicked me. Mm. Well, I'll have to talk to her about that. That must have been quite a while back because it certainly hasn't been in the last few months. Carol, I don't even hang out over there. I don't even know where Carol's at or what she does. I don't know her in person. But we just try to stay away from anything that could be chaotic. We try to.
Mhm.
So yeah, this had to be like 6 or more months ago. This would have to be what he's talking about. because like less than that, I've been trying to keep an eye on things. And we were trying to figure out who was going around saying the stuff that wasn't true. And then I caught the fucker in someone else's live stream. We kind of had an offline relationship. I don't know. That seems kind of weird because she doesn't have a relationship with anybody. She don't like anybody. I mean, like that. I mean, I'm sure she likes people in general, but like, yeah, she ain't trying to date people, so it seems kind of weird. But either way, though, yeah.
Well, that and what I like to think of as her business.
Right. But no, like if she was like, yeah, if something worries her or bothers her. Oh, hello, Insanity. How are you, sugar? What do you mean? Of course, she wouldn't say anything. If something bothered her, she always talks to me about it. Sometimes, like, not to sound mean, but sometimes repeatedly, because when you're worried about something, you kind of play it again and again in your head, going at different angles. So I've stayed up with her a few times, her talking about the things that were bothering her. But either who, though. Insanity's hoping to pass out. I thought you retired. I think maybe the tired passed. The little wait for it to come back around. Okay, I got like a weird face. So I did that like.
Yeah, I'm getting that weird face too. I'm just like, huh?
Like I don't know what's happening. But anywho, so is there a part of the world we should troll, or?
I'm thinking about it.
Is there anything in the South Pole we haven't fucked with yet?
I don't know. I mean, there is the entirety of it just to mess around with.
This is what happens when you read chat. And he's like, but anyways, continue. Right on.
I mean, I'm actually fascinated by what the chat's going on. And
I know it was getting a bit interesting. I mean, but we gotta try to keep drama free because like we can't, because then it looks like we're encouraging drama.
Encouraging drama.
And we've been trying to stay away from the drama. Like once I got to kind of found the root of it somewhat, yeah, we just try to avoid it. We had to cut off a lot of people, like in general. Like there's like a couple of corners of YouTube we had to cut off.
Wow.
And there was some like people adjacent to those groups that we had to like. This one dude, like I'm not naming names on this one, but man, he just kind of went off the deep end and like wasn't handling his drugs well or fucking something, but yeah, like I had to cut that dude loose because he was just Jesus.
See, that's why I keep my YouTube crush on you very professional and just keep it just to the confines of streams and just occasional conversations. That's it.
Whoa, Carol wanted me to move it. Dang. That's wild. Man, this makes
Deej, what do you know? What do you know, Deej?
I had an offline relationship with a chocolate bar, but I ate it. Man, I could not. It's hard to commit to a chocolate when you're going to eat it.
Oh, I see. Gotcha, Deej.
Oh, all right. Yeah, DJ might know. I don't know how much he knows. Hey, Trap, how are you, sugar? Ugh, my cigarette died. Oh well. I'm trying to ratchet my cigarettes because it's like it's got to survive until tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Payday?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No! Hello.
Hey.
Where have you been?
Woke up.
I sent you a message like way earlier.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I had dinner and I had a headache, so I laid down and took a cat nap.
You gotta have your hydration too.
I drank some water.
All right. Man, just waking up now? Boy, you're gonna be up all night. Dang, girl.
Well, I've been out most of the day. Like I just took a
Oh.
little nap. Hey, everybody.
Well,
Hello.
we're glad you're here. He and I were trying to contemplate whether or not we were going to troll the South Pole or not. They have like a few little businesses down there, which is kind of fucking weird in a way. And we were thinking about leaving weird ass reviews. Like we've done it before. Like the coffee was great, but the penguins were very distracting. You know, shit like that.
Why do you want to troll the South Pole for?
I don't know. Why not?
Because we can. Do I need a reason to do what I need to do? Do people need a reason to do what
It's
they
the
do?
South Pole. Like almost nobody goes down there, so we just kind
Hey,
of
Trap.
leave weird ass reviews because it just seems funny to do.
Besides, my reviews have been getting a lot of likes, and Google's been reminding me about them almost every other day. It's just like, your reviews are awesome. You've helped so many people out.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I got. Let's see that. Pull that up. We gotta see that.
Let me see if I can find one of the old emails.
Like the trolling reviews or kitty likes and shit. I love it.
Oh no, my trash has been
We're gonna have to
recently.
figure out some clever ass shit to do. He goes, DJ goes, I'd rather troll the center of the earth. That would be difficult.
Yes, considering that the center of the earth is not on Google Maps anywhere that I'm aware of. Damn it, I must have deleted it. Next time. Well, I didn't realize I was going to be put on the spot. Next time I get one, I'll save it and forward it to you.
Well, you can pull up the reviews and show the likes, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure. So what do you Rhino about Trump? What do I think about Rhino Trump? Is that what you mean? Like I don't. I feel like the sentence is missing something. But man, that's kind of a mess, though. Like honestly, I think we should throw the whole thing in the trash and start again. Honestly, the whole thing, like all of them, the Democrats and the Republicans, throw them in the garbage and start again. It's a fucking mess. Everybody's in there fighting over like which dumpster fire isn't as bad. I'm sorry, I can't be part of these wild shenanigans. I'm going to sleep with my body.
Hey, Sadie.
Aw. Oh, we didn't mean to run you off. Can't be part of the wild shenanigans. There's nothing wrong with shenanigans. Hey, Sonder, how are you doing, honey?
Hey.
Lots of hugs. DJ 2024. You know what? I would do that. I can get behind that. I would vote for that. Absolutely. I would vote for DJ Odyssey. He's humorous, but he means well. The rest of them are like everything going on is just fucking garbage. I can't even like back Trump anymore because he endorsed such garbage. He did. Like
what's going on? Like, Hyrule still hate me? Hate you for what? I'm confused.
He thinks that you took Carol's side over something. I don't know what it is. And I was like, I told him you haven't talked to her in months. We've been trying.
No, I haven't talked to Carol in quite a long while.
Yeah, so I wasn't quite sure what situation was going on. Like, yeah.
I'm still waking up too, and like, I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was staying away from you and Carol. And he asked if Carol was here, and I'm like, no, she hasn't been around in ages. He's like, I drove Carol away with my feet on webcam. That's awesome. You should make a OnlyFans with your feet, DJ Odyssey. Get paid for those feet.
If I knew somebody was willing to pay to see my feet, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
There is somebody for everybody out there. Like, who knows? Someone might be interested. I don't know.
But no, Red Monarch, I don't hate you.
Yeah, apparently he had some kind of falling out with Carol in your chat, I guess, and he said that you booted him or something. I mean, that would have to have been a long time ago because
I don't really remember. How long ago was this?
I don't know. It'd have to be more than 6 months, I'd imagine, because we've been hanging out and like haven't had that issue. I know what them freaks do looking at feet videos. DJ Odyssey, you're too much. throw a Pokeball. Oh, like 3 months ago. Good Lord, 3 months ago. I think there was a whole separate different drama going on. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
I'm trying
It's
to-
all news to
3
me.
months ago. So you're talking about
August.
August?
Well,
Nah,
there's
I
everything
don't.
was-
I don't remember anything going on. Anything.
I'm guessing there might have been misunderstanding somewhere, is my guess.
I don't remember. August. Like August. I was pretty, busy.
Yeah. DJ goes, the only drama lately I have is drunks on my stream. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not drunk. I stone. There's a distinct difference.
That's fair. I'm guessing there must have been a misunderstanding somewhere, is my guess.
Hmm.
I was telling them how, like, there had been, like, some drama that your name got thrown around when you weren't even doing anything because, like, so to speak, I was having, like,
Wait,
Raquel,
Raquel made me a mod, and
and
then
Carol.
me and Carol had a fallout in real time. You mean you and Carol? And then Raquel removed me as a.
Mod from your YouTube channel is what I'm guessing he was trying to say.
Mhm.
Okay. 3 months ago? I don't remember.
It might have been longer than that. I don't know because last 3 months we've been worried about some other shit going on.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I don't really remember this from 3 months ago.
I don't know. She might have I don't know. She might have.
Are you talking about like some other time, Red Monarch? Because, like,
Maybe 6 months ago.
maybe
Okay, so
6
3 months
months
ago.
ago.
So
Because we've been
May.
worried about one corner of YouTube for the last like 3 months, so I know that wasn't this. But it's possible that him and her had a falling out, and maybe you put them both like in timeout or whatever while I was in Montana. I can't test that. I don't know where people have been.
Am I still playing Elder Scrolls Sonder? Not at the moment, but I would like to get back to it. Yes.
I don't remember where Captain NKG's at. I think he's told me, but I don't remember. So I'm not good at remembering where people have been. He goes, well, I was in Montana. Like, dude, I don't know.
Raquel, which scrolls are you playing? If I can ask.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I feel very bewildered by this whole thing right now. I gotta admit, it has my attention.
The drama has your attention.
A little
Center.
bit. Well, it seems less dramatic now. Like, I think it's more sorting things out, but still. Oh, I ate too much food. Oh, I have regrets. Oof.
Regrets. I had a few.
Oof. But anywho,
Mm-hmm.
so is there anything y'all like to share?
I'm on cloud 9 right about now. If you can tell by my eyebrows.
Good share.
Just being transparent, just so we were all on the same page.
That's all. Actually, I need to take my anxiety medication now that I think about it. What is this? Why does this keep getting put in the forefront? This is what I need. The labels try to come off. It's kind of annoying. But anywho, I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? That's wrong pills too. What? Oh, here's. I feel like an old lady got all these different pill bottles. Although it's actually only like 2 medications, but they're like 2 different pill bottles each. But anywho, I have to have Raquel playing the Agatha Christie game because I have not got to see her play that yet.
Oh, yeah, I need to continue that too. There's like, let's see, I need to. Well, I don't know how long Elder Scrolls is going to take.
Oh my god, it can be forever.
Yeah, but yeah, like I want to like finish Agatha Christie, and the PS2 game I somehow was able to buy live stream my PS4. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Yeah, I like to get back on those two games. I just need what is it? Some kind of internet amplifier for my internet connection when I live stream.
Yeah, signal amplifier. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm
Well,
live
I've been
streaming a
telling you
video
just get
game.
another. I've been telling you just get another box so you don't have to have a cable going all through your house.
Mm,
Somebody gonna trip over that cable, and you're gonna be like, "Darn it, Maura was right."
oh, well, I'm gonna go through my options and see which one's the best.
You're difficult sometimes.
I try not to. I like my choices.
Well, there's not many. There's two choices. There's
But
not
she
a
likes
lot.
to have.
Because we had one of those, like the cable was running from like one room all the way down the hall into the back of the house, and like we always kept tripping over the cable and stuff. And then like finally, like my husband at the time decided he'd go up in the attic and just start running the cable that way. It was less of a disaster then. Thankfully, that was actually work he did at the time. So like he was used to going up and like running cables, so he was working as like a subcontractor or whatever for like Cox Cable. You should get a gaming computer instead. Oh, I'm sure she's working on it. Raquel could technically share screen and play some of the Agatha Christie for us. That would be fun.
I don't want to get your channel in trouble.
For playing Agatha Christie?
Because it sounds like you want to share a screen on your live stream. You
Well, I
know
mean,
how
you could
you
play
know,
it and like it'll be on here. Because I have your
I
permission.
know, but you know how touchy YouTube is that with that,
Not generally.
Well,
I'm not
I don't know why I find it stupid as well, to be honest. Like, if you're like, let's say you're the owner of that live stream that you're live streaming on someone else's channel, you can still get a copy like claim for that.
I don't think I've heard of anybody getting a copy claim for playing a game.
On somebody else's channel.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be here. You'd just be sharing your screen and playing it here.
Look, I recall someone telling me they were like showing their live stream on their friend's panel.
Oh, yeah. I
And
was just talking about you playing it here in general. Like,
not
that's
showing
why I didn't
it.
understand. I was like, huh?
Well, I was a little confused first.
I was wondering how in the world I was going to get copyright hit for someone's video game. I thought that was odd because everybody, half of YouTube.
No, it's just like, I don't know why. It's just like if you're like showing a live stream on someone else's live stream, that person will get like a copyright claim, even though
I have not yet gotten that problem.
Yeah, so I
did
don't
get
know
in
why.
trouble one time, but it was because of what the person had said on the live stream, and so they hit me with a medical misinformation hit, which was weird because the person in the live stream was like interviewing somebody, and they were saying what they were thinking of something because I can't say it here. And I got hit for it, and but that was the only time. But that was because I didn't agree with what was being said, not because I was sharing the live stream though.
Red Monarch, I went through my settings and I don't see you being quote unquote removed on my channel.
Is he still a mod there? Way to check that, or like I don't know, because I've never tried to check that before. Ooh, I need to lay down a little bit. Oh, my lower back.
Let's see.
Oh.
No, he's still a mod on my channel.
Then I don't see what the issue is if he's still a mod. It sounds like a serious misunderstanding. The only thing I can guess. So apparently, the last like 6 months, this guy has been like unhappy, thinking someone's mad at him when they ain't. I hate when that shit happens. That's why people gotta communicate.
No, it still says he's a mod on my channel, so
Well, I guess it was a misunderstanding. So hey, that's better than it being bad, though.
right.
Misunderstandings oftentimes cause like I think the majority of issues. I think like 50% of the issues usually is from misunderstandings or miscommunication or something. Yeah, it's possible like they were having a tiff or something. You might have put them both in timeout or something. He might have thought he was kicked because of that. That's possible. Like if they got rowdy enough.
Well, he said, well, if it was a misunderstanding, I get it, but I took it as I was kicked.
That's probably where the misunderstanding came in the situation.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry, Red Monarch.
Yeah, generally it's
My
like
apologies.
everybody hug it out. Man, it's getting cold in here. It's 29 degrees outside. It's getting cold in this room a little bit. My little heater is so pitiful. I got this little tiny heater. It's such a miserable little thing. Oof.
I didn't even check the weather. I know it's cold.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, it's like 39 degrees outside.
Yeah, you're 10 degrees better off than me. It's so cold outside that I think our freezers aren't working correctly. And so, like, it's actually colder outside than the freezer is. I put something in the freezer, like, a few hours ago, and it's still not solid. And I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. The refrigerator's like, I'm taking a break.
Well,
Like,
nature's doing the work.
About the raccoons, I just leave the refrigerator doors open and let it cool that way. Like, ooh, man, I did eat too much. I'm all miserable and shit, trying to get comfortable. I look like one of those fat house cats that just can't get comfortable and just kind of rolling around. Like, ugh. We send hugs, or at least I do. We can all send hugs. Well, that's at least another misunderstanding fixed.
Well, I'm sorry. My apologies. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody said you were. Hey, it's
No.
good. It's good.
I'm just glad we're just clear the air, really.
Yeah. It's good to get everything figured out. That's one less issue because sometimes there ends up being like a lot of issues and like different people from misunderstanding, and then like it doesn't get sorted out. It's just a mess. So that's good. I see. What other misunderstandings are roaming around?
I don't know.
I think on that
Poor
note,
Thade.
Huh?
I said poor Thade. He's having internet issues.
I know. I saw that. Like, oh man.
That poor guy has got the worst internet just about ever.
Did he say like a little bit ago that he finally got his internet fixed?
I was not paying attention actually. Hold on. Hold on. Well, I know Insanity came in and said that his internet was working better, but that he was tired. But I don't know about Thade's. Or where he would have written that. Sorry.
all good. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and bow out because I know I feel like I'm fading pretty fast. So sorry to be a
Alright.
buzzkill. So I hope you have. I hope you both have a good night though.
Lots of
All right.
Lots of
Lots
hugs
of
back to you both. Of you.
hugs.
Meow, meow.
Have a good night.
Meow meow.
Oh my. We've been on for about an hour. I mean, I guess we could. Oh, block from Mikkel's Discord.
What about it?
Do you even have Discord anymore? I don't know. She like.
Who,
I think
me?
I think she ended up blocking like a bunch of people in general from like Discord. So you might have got caught in the crosshair, possibly. Like I know it's not the same thing, but on here on YouTube, somebody said I had the block. I was like, what? And I went and checked, and like I found like 2 or 3 people in my block list that were not supposed to be there, and I was like, what?
I don't really remember. Like, are you sure you're on Discord?
Well, I'm sure he'd know if he was on Discord, but
No, I mean me. I don't recall.
I know you're on Guilded. I
having-
just didn't know you were on Discord.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
on.
Oof,
I'm on-
my fat ass. Hold on. Here we go. I didn't mean
Hey,
to-
Stefan.
Hello.
Sorry,
I was just over on Pacific's channel, and we were just finishing up backstage. I was so
Right.
glad I could catch
Awesome,
a little
awesome.
bit of this.
her.
Hello, chat.
Oh yeah, all right, from Gilded. Okay. Yeah, she had to cut a lot of people loose on Gilded because like a whole bunch of them kind of like lost their shit. So you might have got caught in the crosshair by accident. So
Gilded. Let's see. Gilded.
Yeah, she had to clean house and Gilded a bit. So that might be what happened. Yeah, if I could have deleted my Gilded, I would have, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just left a bunch of people's servers. I was like, fuck this, fuck them, fuck that, fuck them in particular, and I'm out. You know?
Yeah, I usually some of the one of the best ways to just delete the whole thing is to just delete the app.
I don't know if that deletes it. I think it just.
Are
It
you
doesn't
going?
matter. It
are you
doesn't
go-
matter. You don't need to hear it. So if you don't want to hear it, the best way to do it is to just delete the app.
Well, yeah, well, Cal wanted me to stay with her server though,
Hmm.
and so like I didn't want her to be like a sad kitty.
Well, it's a poor man's way to get out of it. I'm sure. You know.
All right.
You could always just, leave a link in on your Gilded and just go, I'm going out for a pack of cigarettes. Be back soon.
Yeah, going out for a gallon of milk. I won't come back.
You go by the same name on Gilded Red Murdoch?
So how you been the last few days?
Who, me?
Yes, dear.
Been pretty good. Not too bad. Got some stuff off my chest with a couple of people that I hadn't spoken to on specific subjects
Oh, good.
just recently. Anti-derivative Jill and, her and I had a
Oh.
conversation behind the scenes and got some stuff off my chest. And she's like, I know where you're coming from. Hey, I respect your position and I understand what you're talking about. Godspeed, good luck. I hope you feel better about it. And I'm like, I don't know if I ever will. And she's like, I completely can appreciate where you're coming from. So
Oh, wow.
it was nice to at least get that acknowledgement about some of the drama,
Right? That is very nice.
but
It could have been worse. So,
Yeah.
Sounds
I just logged my 101st live stream on a
ooh,
panel. That's
oh, wow.
and that's just the ones that I legitimately have been on the show for a good portion of the show. I've got them all in a playlist on my channel, all 101 of them. And
Wow.
if you check my link for YouTube, I am officially titled Stephen Ransom Cecina, Stephen Ransom 47. I now have an official log line on YouTube. That finally went through,
Awesome.
Very nice. Very nice.
which is very cool. And 550 followers, close to 550 followers on Twitter.
Woo!
Ooh, nice.
The dance party. Yay. Smell weed on the wrong pipe.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. I'm looking. I don't. Is it the same avatar picture that you have? Monarch?
I was trying to see that too. I can't even
Looks
make
like
out what,
it looks like Lobo
who.
from Lobo from DC Comics.
Yes. Yeah, I see that too.
I feel really lost right now. I don't know who that is.
You would like Lobo, I think, Mora Kitty. He's
Why?
he's an intergalactic, basically a Harley Davidson biker from across the galaxy.
I do I vibe biker?
I don't know. You vibe, dangerous
I mean, I
boy.
know against bikers, but I just didn't think I gave off biker vibes. I don't know what vibes I give off. It's probably more of a hum, but
Well, that technically is what a vibe is a hum.
well, the very mild hum. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, DC's version of Wolverine. That's a pretty good description.
Oh, biscuits.
Did you just say biscuits?
Yeah.
I
Yawn. Biscuits and gravy.
Oh my god,
I-
that does get said around the house.
I can't find you, Monarch.
Oh my
like-
goodness, Red Monarch, check and see if you accidentally blocked her.
Like I don't
If he
know.
was upset, he might have blocked you and forgot. Because
Like
that-
is it like is
that
it
is what
like
happens.
is it spelled a certain way? Does it have numbers behind it? I don't know.
Is it possible to send Raquel a direct invite? If Monarch knows you on Discord,
No,
he should be
Gildan.
able to. Oh.
Tomato though.
But if he can identify you on Gilded, he should be able to send you an invite regardless of his identity on Gilded. Oh, okay, I see. It might be a caps issue and no space issue. See, it looks all lowercase, one single word.
Block was just in case.
I am putting Red Monarch and I don't see the same avatar.
He may
Oh.
have. What avatars do you see?
Hmm.
Do you see a guy
Um,
dressed like a butterfly?
Butterfly
Like a cartoon guy dressed as a butterfly?
and Monarch. No, I don't see anything from
That's
Red
the one.
Monarch.
That's the avatar
about
he had
this?
before.
And
Oh, a
Monarch.
cartoon guy dressed as a butterfly. Is that from
Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers?
Yeah. it
Yeah,
was-
one of the Monarchs. Nice.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
The Monarch and his henchmen are just absolutely priceless.
Some of that shit is pretty good.
I'm not getting anything. Are you sure it's spelled correctly?
I'm fairly certain he is.
Biscuits and sausage.
Well, let's see. I want to try I don't know. Let me see. I wanted to put numbers behind it. See if I get anything.
Yeah, that's his Instagram photo. It used to be yours on here too, I think. So I didn't know if possibly it was the same over there as well. Every time I saw it though, I kind of giggled because I thought about the cartoon.
Quick question, Monarch. Is there a link on your Instagram that could just be a push button event for Raquel?
Let's see. Red Monarch 1? No. Red Monarch 2? No.
Red Monarch 3!
Nope.
Red Monarch 4!
No. No
Dude, all the
4.
Look at all the cartoons.
How about, let's see. Red Monarch 5.
As God intended.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. We got something here.
Red Monarch 5 or 54. Try those two.
What did we go? Okay. Someone came. Oh, is this one? Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I see you now. Red. It's,
Victory!
all right. So I guess you had an extra number ended your name, Monarch. That's why it was not coming up beforehand.
A wee bit of confusion there.
Yeah, and if that ever happens, by the way, this is the number for me. That is my number.
47.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is my number. If anybody is
try to
curious, if
remember that.
anybody has a question, you can't find me someplace, cross-referencing with that number might help against my name. But
I will try to remember that.
There's even a video on my channel about the number 47 because I think it's a very interesting number.
I would have guessed number 42, but okay.
Yeah, the number 47, there's something really strange about that thing. It keeps showing up as a plot device in so many different movies.
What?
It shows up as the number on a door. It's like where the hero enters to find out what his legacy is to the rest of the storyline.
Where is
It's
this at?
the number on vehicles that transport main characters to the beginning of a plot line.
Okay, I'm gonna need some reference. I need some like visual material for this.
Just to give you an idea, you know the movie Lost in Translation?
I've heard of it, but I didn't watch it.
Okay, let's try Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah.
Okay, you know the 18-wheeler that all the bad guys hang out in with all their hacking equipment,
I guess.
right? The one that that Bruce Willis winds up on, where like the airplane tries to destroy the thing while he's on a highway in one of the climax sequence. The number on that vehicle is 047.
Huh.
Okay. At the beginning of the movie Flash Gordon from 1981 or 1980, Dale Arden arrives at the airport to meet Flash Gordon for the first time before the story begins. The license plate number on the hotel van is 1047.
Huh.
And I have a 15-minute video on my channel
Oh my God.
with dozens of other references.
Okay, now I gotta go see this shit. Now you got me wondering, like, what?
And it's all speculative. I make no bones about the idea that I have no idea what I'm actually witnessing, but I am definitely witnessing something. I've collected dozens of things. Like, it'll suddenly appear in an advertising campaign where they'll say, like, Erewhon, the grocery store company that just came out, and they just acknowledged like their 47th year since their inception, and that's when they finally broke as an international company, was on their 47th year as a corporation. The company WeWorks had a collapse because they lost $47 billion.
Oh shit.
It's like bizarro land. The number of times I've seen it show up as a number. Just recently, I saw a movie that I think was one of the Equalizer movies. It may have been another one with Denzel Washington, but he hands the main character a debit card that has some account numbers on it that leads to the plot device that leads to the villain finally getting caught. And he says, yeah, the PIN number for this card is 4747.
Oh, what?
And then he proceeds to torture a guy by zip tying him to the hood of a van and setting a timer going, you've got 47 seconds to confess.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm like, what is going on? And this is one I never even knew about. It's like, it's weird. It's bizarre.
Indeed.
It's bizarre. So 47 adds up together, the two numbers add up together to 11, first of all. And second of all, the number 47 is allegedly attached to the signs of angels.
That's some weird ass shit, man.
So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure that it's a plot device. I'm sure that other writers
Wasn't there a movie
acknowledge.
called 47 or something?
Yeah.
Or is it
There's
27?
actually a whole video game franchise called Hitman, and his number is 47.
That's some weird ass shit.
It is. It is some very strange stuff. It's a coincidence. It's a meta within a coincidence. I don't understand it, but it is a reality.
That is definitely some bizarre shit. I don't even know what to say to that.
The McCarthy trials all took place starting in the year 1947.
Oh,
Roswell, New Mexico, the UFO crash, 1947. The inception of the CIA, 1947.
dang.
And allegedly, Fester was born in the year 1947. So, Bizarro land.
Which version of Fester?
It's on the wiki for him. I think I saw the date for the first time in the Addams Family movie when Fester was looking at an old photograph of himself.
Oh, okay. Because like in the original TV show of that, it would not have been. That would not be accurate.
No, it would have been long before that because Fester
Yeah.
was a character in the turn of the century Victorian style comic strip, which existed during the 40s and 50s,
Right.
or earlier,
Yeah,
I think,
right.
even than that. But yeah. How about this one for a little tryout? In 1847, Los Angeles was established as a city,
Oh, shit.
and that's where I live.
Ah,
Hmm.
weird.
Yeah, it's just weirdo. I don't know. Beats me.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Well, this is why Potato wants to get me and Kai together.
Well, biscuits. I don't know what to say. Now I'm like all befuddled. Now I think something's going to happen to me when I turn 47.
No, it doesn't work like that. That's
Oh, okay.
that's not necessarily it. It's not an omen.
Okay.
It's to me, I refer to it as a shadow. If this is some sort of a strange virtual reality that we're all living in right now,
I want a better upgrade then.
this is a shadow in the Matrix that's revealing itself like the way deja vu reveals a change in the Matrix. This is just like all of these things line up and they're all talking about something very similar. Like there's a message. I don't know what it is.
I'm
I
not
don't even
sure. I
know
don't
if it
think
needs
it
to be
fit into
explored, but it is definitely a message that has a thread line through it.
Well, darn. I wish I was a VR character with a better car or a better car in better condition, rather.
Right.
I need to replace TV shafts on it. Struts too, probably.
Yeah, okay.
But
Back
one thing
in,
we
Raquel.
Meow?
No,
Oh,
Red
I'm
Monarch.
sorry. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, no, I was just acknowledging the chat.
Oh, meow.
accepted. All right, you're in the Gilda server.
Yay! I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go and change the setting on this live stream. There's a place where you can prevent people who aren't subscribed from talking to try to prevent the bots from coming in. You know.
Yeah, that's a good trick.
I forget to do it most of the time, but there we go.
I see it. That's also a good way to prevent people that
Yeah.
don't feel necessary to subscribe to you.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to force them to subscribe. I just want to keep the bots out.
You're welcome, Red Monarch, and I apologize too. Like I'm just glad we just cleared any misunderstandings and everything's okay.
Indeed. And it wasn't really that much drama. We've seen way worse. Trust me. We've seen way worse drama.
Oh, hell yeah.
This was more of an inquiry. Honestly, this was more of an inquiry. Really, it wasn't really drama.
Inquiry.
Yeah. It was more of a concern, really. Like, we've seen some ridiculous shit on here. Like, that's not even bad.
I feel the same way, Mark, but, with YouTube, good people are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep that circle small. Because folks be losing their minds. Whew.
And they are out there,
Oh,
there
boy.
are good people actually out there. Just trust your instincts. And you can tell just by listening to a certain channel.
Right. Well, even then, like, they can sometimes play it off pretty good. They act like they're all right, but then you find out, oh crap, they're doing some freaky shit.
That's when you need to reassess your instinct. Like, have you been kidding yourself all this time? Because it was pretty damn obvious if you just took a second
Oh,
look.
for me, it doesn't take long. I usually just start out with a slight general distrust or dislike of somebody to see where it goes. But like, there's one person I was talking about earlier, man. like apparently he let some of his white trash slip on his live stream. I was like, he dropped a slur. I was like, oh, good lord, oh, and so yeah.
Hey,
Hmm.
Red Monarch. Let's see. I have you accepted my friend request on Gilded?
We shall let him answer that.
You're like I saw you there. You're on Gilded, Stefan.
I don't do. I'm not really. I have a Discord. I'm not. I don't have a server, but I am on several Discord servers, um, mostly for communication outside of the only other social network I'm a part of, and that's Twitter.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
do
I mean,
Instagram. I don't do Facebook.
no, Gilded.
Gilded is like Discord.
Yes, I know what Gilded is.
Okay.
I am only on Discord because the people that I currently stream with, that's where they have their server is on Discord. So I don't. I've never been on Gilded before.
Oh, I sent you a friend request on there.
Say what?
I sent you a friend request on Gilded.
What, did you find me on Gilded?
Yep.
Well, then I guess I still exist on Gilded, but I don't have any access to it because I deleted all the apps. I'm only on my phone and my iPad. I don't have a laptop or a personal computer of any kind. So I will have to boot that back up, I guess. Maybe.
You said you deleted the app, but I don't think you deleted the account.
No, of course not. No, I just don't see activity. So I'm sure I still have an identity on there that I just don't have eyeballs on.
Right, like I think I saw you. I did remember which server I saw you on. I was like, oh, hey, it's Steven Redson. I'm on Gilded. I'm going to send him a friend request.
Yeah, I would have to bring that name into my fold because leaving loose identities out there is always problematic. That's why I permanently deleted my Instagram and my Facebook because, I just don't want to be a part of those networks anymore. I did the same thing with my identity on Amazon. I'm like, you're done. Sorry. You didn't give me a job and you're destroying my franchises. So you're done. I'm done with you.
Right.
I got no problem locking the door on such uncanniness. Instagram was just really to separate myself to allow a platform to exist for my nieces to be as free as they'd like. But I don't need to be a part of all that because, I don't know, big smoochy photographs of my 16 and 17-year-old nieces is not something I even want to see by accident.
I think Pete streamed the other night or last night. I don't know, somewhere between there. But yeah, Pete hasn't really been consistent with his live streams as of late, so I can't really tell you when he'll live stream next.
He just posted something about the lady Pope.
What?
The legend of the female Pope. I
What
just saw
was it?
something that he posted just not that long ago.
What lady?
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking. Like,
No,
creepy
I'm
little
confused.
book. Pope. I hope I'm saying this right. Joan. What you need to know about the female Pope.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was 2 days ago.
How fucking
It could be. I know that the both of them have had medical issues.
Oh
Courtney,
yeah, like
and he's had eye surgery that he's been
Yeah.
recovering from. I
Yeah.
know that they both have, personal things that they're trying to take care of, and of course, everybody is encumbered by financial issues as well.
right?
So
Mhm.
I give a lot of people a lot of leeway when it comes to scheduling. That they don't mean anything by it. Give them the benefit of the doubt before you start calling the police or the ambulance or the morgue. It's a wacky world right now. So
Indeed.
who knows? trying to see if I still have it in my history when yeah, that was pretty crazy. That video.
Okay.
That's an excellent little story that he talks about. Yeah, 314 views. He's certainly killing it for sure.
Indeed.
Creepy little book.
Hmm. I missed that one. I I was very tired, so I went to bed. But I woke up, I saw I got a notification that Pete live stream. It's like, oh dang it, I missed
Yeah,
it.
there's just so much. You try to be as generous with your time as possible. But I've been getting into the habit of anything that's been published that's not live, I just bump it over to my watch later list
Right.
and
Oh yeah,
just
shit gets
go
lost
through
in
it
my watch later list.
over coffee as I'm falling asleep. I'll just leave it playing and let the last 6 or 7 videos collect at the bottom of the list and let it play out. Some of them I catch a full earful of, and others I fall asleep to. But at least they're viewed through my channel.
Right.
So, but yeah, this so much content, and I'm following hundreds of people.
You know what I sleep to? I sleep to on my phone. I go and listen to Batman Arkham Origins in the background.
Nice.
The video game.
What, as a soundtrack or as a live play?
That's a live play, yeah.
I figured
There's a wacky
my
thing to
method
fall
was
asleep
bored.
to.
My method bored her
No, but
too much.
it's like a video game, but it's like video game cutscene kind of thing.
What were you saying, Kitty?
Oh, I was saying that I think my method bored her to sleep a little too quickly. Well, I'll be watching documentaries about Vikings or like Battle of Hastings or like European castles, and it's like it knocks her out too fast. So she's like, I gotta go. Poor girl.
Yeah, I don't pass any judgment, Raquel. To each their own. If that's what works for you, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
On really difficult nights, I'll play. I got this one channel that does 24 hours, 7 days a week, just rain in Korea.
Oh, I used to listen to those too, and listen to the storms and stuff. Yeah.
Because sometimes I can't fall asleep, and I really need to get to sleep. And that does it every time. It's the perfect white noise.
Indeed. And then I would watch makeup tutorials and go to sleep listening to them talk about makeup. I don't know why. I did that for a few months. And now I'm on like documentaries and stuff. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Because
Get an audio book with some droning professor. That'll put you to sleep in a second.
Right? Because I like the rainstorms and stuff, but like I was finding the need to hear people talking. I guess part of my brain thinks if you hear talking and they sound calm, then everything's okay.
Yeah, it turns into mom and dad are having a conversation and you're sleeping in somebody's lap or something like that. Yeah.
Fun. No, I don't know. Like just I don't know. It's like if people sound calm, then I assume everything around me is okay.
Right.
Like that's why I wouldn't be able to go to sleep watching any kind of action movie. Because I'd be like, "What's going on?"
I'm glad too, Red Mark. I'm glad everything was aired out and everything was all fine.
Oh, my back. Oh,
so no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Moira, you need a clip of the or Raquel, we need to gather a clip somehow of the Kitty Chow commercial. Where the cats just there was a commercial during the I think it was 80s, maybe early 90s, where it's just the cats are just going meow 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 meow. Absolutely perfect for Kitty. Meow meow.
Meow. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
It's almost like that's what her horn should sound like. If it on her car in a perfect world, her car when she presses the horn would just go meow meow. No. Suddenly silent.
Huh? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm getting messages.
I got you. I know what's going on in your side of the. I've been on your channels before. I know how you get distracted. You have so many windows open. I could see the
Oh yeah, I
monitors
do. I
glistening in
have
your
like
eyes.
Moira has a lot of tabs open than I do. Like, wow, holy cow! Love you, Moira.
Yeah, that's hysterical. It's so funny that scene in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse where, he opens up her computer and it's like there's icons all over the screen and he's just like, "Woman, clean up your desktop." cracks cracks me up every single time. Just like there's icons all over the place. What's like, what are you doing? Computer's gonna have a heart attack. Just memorizing all the position of all those documents and knowing that they're all slightly revealed to the database of the operating system. It's just so taxing on the system. It's crazy. That's why you clean up your desktop.
Well, at least try to, I guess.
I always used to be a real fusspot about that stuff. As soon as I've had a few computers totally crash on me just because the desktop just had too much going on it. You got to put that stuff into folders or make more shortcuts and have those shortcuts only be partially acknowledged by the hard drive. Otherwise, it keeps spinning the hard drive every time you move the mouse over the damn thing. Once I found out that that's actually what's going on, I was like, oh my God, clean your desktop up. That poor computer. I have real sympathy for devices. I truly have empathy for computers.
Wow.
Computers.
Oh, hug Monarch. Oh, he
Did-
sent a thank you. So
There was this one time I was in a bar and I was waiting for a karaoke to get started. And in the process, I was watching this video game. It was a stand-up, game console in the corner of the bar. And I forget which one it was. I think it was Galaxia, perhaps, or Galactia or something like that, or whatever. One of those, scrolling top view,
Galaga?
8-bit. Galaga, that's it.
why do I know that? What the?
I don't know, because it's written on the side of the game
Why?
cabinet. It's a
I'm like
very
the least likely person to have gotten that correct. What the fuck?
I psychically implanted it in your head from my subconscious, I guess, or something. Who knows?
It seems like it would.
But it was glitching. It would go through its startup, and as soon as it got to the title screen, it would glitch again and go through its startup again.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Right? So it was never going to be able to be played the whole night. And I don't know what the heck it was. My empathy got really inflamed. And at one point, I was just like, you know what? I can't stand to see this poor video game suffer anymore. So I went over to the device and unplugged it from the wall.
You took it off life support. It was fucked up.
I was like, I can't stand just sitting here listening to watching it try to get started.
Oh, I wouldn't have the patience. It's not empathy. It's lack of patience. I would just lose my shit.
I wasn't interested in playing the game. It wasn't even that it was a visual distraction, because there was plenty of other visual distractions around the place with all the neon lights and the blinking Christmas trees, or God knows what else was going on that night. TV monitors, each one of them on a separate station.
Right.
So it wasn't that. It was quite literally like some sort of robo empathy that I was feeling. And I couldn't just sit there and just watch it. People were walking past it and leaning on it. And I'm like, no.
I would make fun, but I'm afraid I'll take it too far.
What, as far as my robo empathy?
It's a robosexual.
R2D2 was a big part of my childhood. I really did love that little guy.
And he profaned more than any other robot. Look how many beeps there were in his conversation.
You watch your language. call me a mindless philosophy, you overweight lump of grease. Yeah, R2 had a mouth. There's no doubt about that. That's why him and Kenny are never to be heard out loud. I remember they used to acknowledge it in some of the earlier South Park episodes where Kenny would be saying something and everyone would just be like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that, Kenny." Nobody heard him say a damn word because his mouth was always muffled. Classic South Park. What a great show.
I haven't really watched that. Not really my thing.
Mine neither. I acknowledge it merely historically. Interesting historical note on that. If it wasn't for George Clooney watching one of the original shorts that were made by the startup artists that of Jesus Christ versus Santa Claus.
Oh, is that? Wait, hold up. Wait, is that the? I just walked back in here.
Yeah, South Park.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of that show that used to be on MTV.
It was before South Park was South Park. The artists that eventually went on to create South Park did a short using the same art style of Jesus Christ and Santa Claus having a wrestling match, and it was like a Megadeth wrestling match. And George Clooney somehow got it emailed to him, and he lost it. He thought it was such a genius piece of comedy that he started passing it around to his friends, and they passed it on to their friends, and so on, and so on, and so on, and the rest is history. And we have South Park. I'm sure I'm misquoting that a little bit in the timeline, somewhat.
There was a show on MTV, and it's what it makes me think of. It was like claymation. And
yeah. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it made me think. That's what I thought you must have been talking about at first, because that sounds about right.
That was great. That was so much fun. It was like you would get things like Howard Stern and like Oprah Winfrey, like going to the.
I would almost take the copyright hit to show that.
I wish they could take the copyright hit and reignite that show. Could you imagine some of the death matches?
I don't know. People would get political though. It would.
No, it would never survive. It would be impossible. You could never do that.
They'd match Biden with like Trump and watch them fight it out.
Yeah, how about Elon Musk versus, anybody from Twitter,
Anybody from Twitter. I love that.
Or
anybody
him literally wrestling with the Twitter bird,
Oh my God. Oh, no. Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch him fight that shit out.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need to see if that's even on Twitter. Like, I feel like we need this. Let me go see if anybody like.
He would laugh his ass off watching that. How about that as a pay-per-view? I mean, we've got AIs capable of generating celebrity three-dimensional avatars, right? And you could use the whole history of wrestling and death matches as a base to educate the AI. And you could do a pay-per-view, personal pay-per-view, where you pay $50 and everybody in your house gets to watch a custom designed death match made by an AI. Why not? Right? You pay extra for more blood, you pay extra for special moves, and the AI just makes this thing spontaneously for one night only, and then it could start selling it on the side. I could see that happening in 5 or 6 years. Why not?
Let's see. I'm gonna tag MTV in this. Hold up. We need MTV to bring back celebrity death match with Elon Musk. Gonna tag him in that. And Jeff Bezos. There we go, Jeff Bezos. Tag both of them. Like, I'm a celebrity death match those two. Let's see if I can get. Let's see.
Yeah, I think there's actually a clip on. God, whose channel is
I got a
it?
gif of the "Let's Get It On."
I think it's on Dick's Division, Comics Division. There's a clip of Captain Kirk throwing boulders at the lizard guy, but he
Yeah.
looks just like one of the creators for Star Trek Discovery.
Nice.
And he's just like kind of mumbling and just kind of wandering like a zombie, and it's like boulders are being thrown at him by Captain Kirk. It's actually quite hysterical, but yeah.
There we go. So we need MTV to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch with Elon Musk. Like,
Perfect. Nice. I think Elon Musk might be like, this is a brilliant idea. Let's make this happen. You know, how many sacks of gold?
start beating each other with bags of gold and money. Yeah, no kidding. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Elon Musk starts launching rockets, and Bezos has gigantic insects on his side.
Oh, edit with blue Twitter. Twitter blue. Do I have Twitter blue, or is it just my Twitter? I don't know.
I mean, like I see you had a blue check mark. Like, wait, like has that changed now? I guess you can
Oh
pay.
no, that's a whole different. Okay, I'm not getting into all that.
Well, I'm trying to, like, the blue check mark has changed now, so you can get a blue check mark as long as you pay for it. Is
Well,
Yeah,
they haven't
$8 a month, and you
they
can
haven't
have a
sent me
blue
the
check
bill
mark.
yet.
Oh,
But
it hasn't passed?
I know. I just haven't got the bill for it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, no, it's
I'm poor, so they'll just have to take it. Like, I don't.
I know several
I
people
should.
that
I
have
should have
already
said
done it.
Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos. That's
so in the past, you couldn't get a blue check mark,
Right.
even if you paid for it. But
yeah.
but now they changed it to the point you can get a blue check mark as long as you pay money for it.
Yeah. Well, you had to be verified, like like a news publication or something, and
And the
something
same
that's
thing
legal.
holds true for the new subscription cost. It is only $8 a month, but you have to show certain identification. You go through a process of vetting where they check your identity against your account. There's multiple acknowledgments process. I know somebody, this guy, Master TDS. He's married to another Twitter person named Writing Raven, and the both of them pay $8 a month because they absolutely adore it as a troll to all the people that said, I don't trust you because you don't have a blue check mark. So now they have a blue check mark.
Writing Raven. Are you talking about Gothic Therapy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Talking
okay,
about
okay.
Gothic Therapy. Exactly. Charming couple. Absolutely fantastic. I watched them come out of nowhere and blow up onto their own scene, and they've just been killing it ever since. They're also on Discord.
Yep, I know. Yep, I follow them on Discord as well.
But yeah, charming couple. She's an absolute riot, and he is pretty disciplinary with his broom.
His broom.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that happen on one of their shows where
No.
she starts getting a little out of control, and he just brings out the broom? He's just like, bad kitty, bad kitty,
Oh,
bad. It's hysterical.
Poor
She's like,
kitty.
meow. Hysterical. Because she's like she's into like, full blown goth metal, right? And she'll start getting all horror show on him. And he'll be like, not now. No, not now. We're not doing this now. And she's like, oh, come on. He's like, no, bad kitty, bad. Let's get back to the show.
That sounds like my kind of shit right there.
It's so
all right.
cute.
Good night, Red Monarch.
Night,
Yeah,
Red
Red
Monarch.
Monarch.
Glad we got that sorted.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. No one dare call me a bad kitty.
Oh my God! I thought that was two people standing next to the person in the center, but no, that's his gigantic arms.
Really? Oh my God! I really thought those two people too.
No, those are his gigantic white arms.
Like I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought about the right side, but the left side looked like someone wearing a hood leaning into him.
Nope.
So,
Yeah, that's not somebody's head. That's his fist and
good
his thumb.
God, that's redonkulous.
Great Avatar.
Sweet biscuits.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Too funny.
That's awesome.
So, do either of you enjoy movies about gladiators?
Sure.
Sure, Raquel says, with very little hesitation.
Hey, where was the last? Well, I guess it's somewhat gladiator-ish. Oh, I think I watched. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was something like gladiator / godlike movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to play a game sometime, but I haven't ever played Fortnite before.
That's kind of like a sandbox kind of, right?
I like your guess as good as mine. Never played it before, so. But
Yeah, I don't know why I'm
what-
thinking that Fortnite is kind of like a sandbox, toy box kind of thing where there's characters from all different kinds of universes that participate, and you could buy models and do reskins on those models. That it's really like off the hook. Like I've seen Spider-Man in Fortnite and everything, like that kind of thing. Like Scooby-Doo in Fortnite. Like I don't know. I mean, I may be totally out of line, but I think that that's a reality.
A little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what Gladiator movie was just recently. If there was a Gladiator movie just recently, that's funny.
I'm trying to remember what was that movie I watched. Oh man,
That got me wondering.
me too.
Let's see now. Recent Gladiator movies.
I know I watched it on Amazon Prime. I know that much.
Well, there's the usual classics like Conan the Barbarian and Spartacus and Gladiator and Thor Ragnarok had some Gladiator stuff in it, but that seems really ridiculous in my opinion for anything to be part of the Gladiator list.
Do you know where you saw it?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Okay, so that narrows it down a wee bit.
That's a good way to isolate it.
I guess Gladiator movies on Amazon Prime. See
Yep.
what it comes up with?
I'm trying to find it.
Trying to help you figure out how to find it.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you. But
Gladiator Extended,
gonna be upset
Spartacus,
if
Blood and Sands.
I'm gonna be upset if she meant Viking instead of Gladiator. I'm gonna just like kick the table over and leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. Yeah. No, that's not it. No.
Lost City of Gladiators. This is actually not a good idea to just start rattling off random movies. That'll convolute her thought process.
Trying to find it. Come on. I know you're in there somewhere.
And this is funny. I just kind of pulled this one out of my rabbits. I had to move the rabbit out of the way and pull this one out. What's that?
Don't they show your history of movies you watched?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Then I would. Then I might, perhaps, maybe gently suggest that you check the history. Scroll through there and see what you find. Scroll to something that looks right, I guess. I don't know. I think I've had Amazon Prime like one time. It wasn't even actually mine. It was.
Do you remember if it was a Russell
Oh,
Crowe or Brad Pitt?
watch it again. Watch it again. Thing. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Um.
I was waiting to see that turn into Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for a minute.
Yeah, there's so many different Gladiator movies. American Gladiator, Two Gladiators, Gladiators Bloodsport, Gladiators Cyborg
No,
versus.
that's not it. Where is it?
How long did you watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it this one?
Maybe.
Oh.
At least you're not doing that Jeopardy theme.
I
Oh dear.
know this is
What's
just.
it?
Go ahead.
Maybe it's the Legend of Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh,
Hmm.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm not acknowledging any particular Gladiator movie at all. You were the one. So I just saw something recently that was a Gladiator movie. So
So yes, we're lost.
it doesn't matter. Actually, I merely brought it up because it was a joke in the movie Airplane.
Well, now I feel invested, so now I have to know.
Right. But I was actually going to lead it somewhere.
Oh yes.
Because I just recently rewatched the movie Sucker Punch.
Okay.
Do either of you know that film?
May have seen previews
No,
of it,
not
like,
really.
years ago.
It's
for
a
it.
Bryan Singer vehicle. It's basically a bunch of really cute girls
Oh yeah.
doing video game style scenes in a dream sequence out of a mental institution that they're all stuck in.
Oh dang.
And these video game sequences are some of the coolest Power Girl action sequences I think I've ever seen on screen. Like one of them is called Baby Doll, and she goes up against 3 gigantic samurai warriors and totally kicks their butt with like a 45 caliber handgun and a samurai sword, and she's wearing a cute little sailor outfit. And the movie is heavily criticized as a female exploitation movie for boys. And I'm like, how many naked gladiator movies have there been? Because I find it really disturbing that there's a double standard. That Conan the Barbarian is topless for most of his film. That Brad Pitt plays a Greek warrior
Troy?
fighting in the movie Troy, and for most of that movie, he's wearing a kilt and a chest piece. And nobody makes a single peep about that. And I've watched reaction videos to a lot of, big time celebrity films like the movie A River Runs Through It, or Meet Joe Black, or anything else with Brad Pitt in it. And no offense, don't get me wrong. There are women that are openly gushing with each other, going, oh my God, I didn't even hear what he said. He is just the most beautiful man I've ever witnessed on
He
screen.
is not though.
That's not my point either.
Yeah.
This movie, Sucker Punch, unabashedly shows girls being adorable, sexy, capable, and dangerous, all in the same plot line.
Nice.
And they're dressed the way I see a lot of women dress right in front of me at Starbucks. So
Good gracious.
Who's being exploited? What is being exploited? Why? Because I can own this on on disc and I can watch it on my 47-inch monitor. Where is the exploitation? I bought a copy of this. It was produced by a major manufacturer. It's a real piece of media. I don't understand what the problem is.
People are weird.
It's just this weird kind of double standard. I am rooting for the female characters. I want them to succeed. Yeah, they look really damn cute because hell, they're really damn cute, you know? And my body was built a certain way. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
They're cute. I like watching cute girls, you know? Line me up and shoot me, you know? Where's the problem here? I've been fighting and struggling with this whole thing for decades. It seems, and it just dawned on me that so I asked, you know, what do you think of Gladiator? And Raquel's like, they're pretty good, you know? So, and nobody makes any bones about the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And he's a gorgeous piece of man. I'm sorry. I'll even agree.
Give him a look like, what?
Did you give me the side eye? Did you just give me the side eye?
You're spicy. Goodness. Like, people are finding people on TV way more attractive than I'm finding them. Like, just, you know. Like, the only time I thought Russell Crowe was, like, oddly hot, and I really think that I'd be a therapist, is when he was in Virtuosity playing a bad guy. He was oddly hot.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And the first time I thought a bad guy was hot was the fourth Lethal Weapon when Jet Li was dismantling their guns like lightning fast. I was like, oh, hello, hormones. I was
Wow.
like, right. Does anybody remember that scene? I will help y'all with that scene. Hold up. Copyright strike. Here we come.
What movie is this? Lethal Weapon 2?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay. Jet Li.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
You like Jet Li, huh?
Oh,
Really?
yeah. You see how
Well
bad
then,
it is?
I would recommend a movie called The Chosen One, or The One, I think it's called, where he's fighting multiple multiverse versions of himself.
Oh my god, that would kind of give me a headache a little bit. That was a lot going on there.
It's just fun to see him in multiple forms, I guess.
All right, where is it? Oh, it's over here. All right.
Tab, 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 tab.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's see.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
So he's being held at gunpoint by everybody. I wonder if I can get away with playing this if it doesn't have sound. I don't know.
Don't do it if you don't have to. I mean, it's fun to just, you know. Here he comes.
Taking his time.
He sure is. It's a man of power. Yep, but we're talking over all of this, so there's a lot of content going on at the same time, isn't there? We're definitely discussing things beyond what we're seeing on screen here. So we're changing the context of the visuals.
There we go. Here's what his buddy gets his ass beat.
Dangerous.
Rar. Yes. When he took that gun apart that fast, I was like, oh, like that's hot.
I was just watching a YouTuber watching Terminator for the first time, and it caught me completely by surprise. But she's Sarah Connor is pushed up against the car that she just was pulled out of, and by a police officer. And the police officer like grabs her hands and handcuffs her and pushes up her against the car. And the host of the channel just out of nowhere goes, does that kind of turn anybody else on? I don't know.
Wow.
Being pushed up against a car by a police officer and being handcuffed like that. I'm looking at this girl, and I've been watching this girl for a while now. I've never heard her say anything that spicy.
I think she just discovered something new about herself. Is what
I laughed. Tears rolling down my face. I just couldn't believe how hysterical that was, because she was totally honest, like 150% straight out honest. Like she was realizing something about herself in real time, like just like you. Like she must have had one of those little uterus squishes.
Oh my god! Uterus squish.
Like that scene in The Matrix where he delivers
cheesecake
to that woman's table,
that part
like that.
I was trying to see that in front of the family, so I skipped over that. But in the
Oh
show Archer,
my
they refer
God.
to that as sploosh.
Oh my God, absolutely hysterical. I couldn't believe it came out of her mouth. I mean, she's a really sweet girl. She's spicy and intelligent. Don't get me wrong. There's a whole bunch going on behind those eyes. That's why I watch her channel. But I did not expect that to come out of her mouth. Handcuffs, cops pushing me up against the... Wow, girl.
And I'm too feisty though. Like that would not work. That would not work for me, because I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to get like arrested.
But I don't know about that specifically, but her saying it certainly turned me on. So I don't know.
Wow.
It was her Victorian blush that made it all happen for me. I was like,
oh my
wow,
God.
that really got her excited. That was pretty crazy.
Oh shit. I may have to turn off my computer and turn it back on.
Uh-oh.
The whole screen is white.
Oh no. Well, I got it handled for you, girl.
Oh, right. Okay. All right, I'll see y'all in a minute. I guess.
All right.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meow.
that's pretty hysterical.
Come on, computer, go off. You.
She'll be right back, folks.
That's right. A moment of silence.
Indeed.
Yeah, but when I do that thing where I'm just kind of singing a little bit to kind of fill up the gaps in the silence, it's something the captain trained me to do. There should not be anything like silence, absolute silence on a live stream. It's disturbing.
Well, how we put it is like dead air, Doctor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's you just keep it going. So just a little humming, usually something pleasant, is always a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So how are things going, Raquel? You've stabilized down there. Everything's going kind of cool.
Everything's going fine. Thanksgiving's like in about a week away.
Yeah, next week Thursday, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. Yeah. Wow. Good grief. That's it. We're in the holiday season now, folks.
Indeed.
It doesn't stop until January, and for some people, it doesn't stop till February 14th.
Yep.
Yeah. Money.
Money.
You must be looking forward to the holidays, the prime holiday period, because, that's when PS5 becomes a reality in your life.
Yes, and I can't wait for that.
You got any games that you've purchased on the side that you're gawking at?
Not yet, but I will soon.
You got your eyes on anything?
Yes, Gotham Knights, Stray. Um, that's the oh wait, Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's all I can think of for now.
That sounds like plenty.
Mm-hmm.
And Gotham Knights, was that one of the last ones that Kevin participated in? Kevin Conroy?
I don't think so.
Because
I
that's
don't.
one of the Arkham. That's part of the Arkham series, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
Hmm.
You back?
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah, my computer got wonky. I went to go check out another tab for a second, and it started fluttering, like it was blinking on and off, and I'm like, okay. So I went to close the window, and everything went like gray. I was like, son of a bitch. It
Hmm.
does that sometimes, and I'm just like, ugh. It's been a while since it's done it. Certain feeds do that. Like I was about to check out the New Orleans cam where you can see Bourbon Street, and that's when it just lost its shit right there. I was like, oh. Oh, I hear a cat meowing. Fuck. I'll be right back.
Meow.
Meow.
He want attention.
My favorite was the awkward, deep throated howl that you kind of get every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Please let me in the house. I promise I'll be good.
Mew. My little kitty cats have a nice, sweet petite voice.
Aw. Yeah, I'm not actually
No,
seeing
this
any
is
voiceover cast.
it doesn't sound raspy at all. It's really nice, high pitched.
Yeah, I'm seeing ads. I'm not seeing anything about voiceover casting or anything like that. Just a whole bunch of visuals, which is kind of surprising for a piece of media like this. That you would think that they would be talking about just no synopsis, development, release dates. It's like, well, uh, I'm just could you? But no, all the characters look great, and it's all Unreal Engine as the base. That should be glorious when you get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you getting excited about specific characters that you want to play?
Batgirl.
All right, she's looking pretty tough. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good choice. I've never played any of these games. How complicated is the combat system on a game like this?
I don't know. I'm assuming you can change your gaming level to easy, medium, and hard. I'm assuming.
I'm sure. Yeah, most of these do have those kinds of aspects to them. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. But even so, it's still the same buttons, right? It's just a matter of speed.
Yeah, the speed, which I'm not really good at.
That's why I never got into hardcore gaming. With a lot of these combat focused games. I'm a very slow style player, and Skyrim is about as fast as I can handle. And that's the original PlayStation 4 version or 3 version. And usually I'm playing as a thief, and it's all stealth mission kind of stuff. Big time archer.
Hmm.
And most of the time I'm just, you know, collecting herbs and going in and screwing up the whole lifestyle of a whole bunch of bandits in a cave just to collect some bounty and augment my equipment and keep getting my experience points accumulated and such. But I love making potions and then selling them on the open market and gaining experience points for selling things on the open market that I created myself. That kind of thing.
Hmm.
You go out hunting and you collect some materials and do some mining and collect more materials and then sell the meat to the local tavern and then use the leather to create more armor and then sell that to the armorer. It's I love just getting into those simple cycles. That's fine with me. That's more than enough for my taste. Never finished the game. I've played into it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and never finished all the way to the end of the game. It's not part of why it's not why I do it. I like the open scope of the whole world and I just keep exploring. I don't even bother myself with the main storyline sometimes. I'll completely ignore the whole dragon voice system. I just don't care. I don't care. It's fun to just explore the world, especially when once you start
Well,
opening. Get
I like to do that in Elder Scrolls. Really, it's open
oh
world and stuff like that.
yeah, there you go. And that looks gorgeous. I mean, I've watched Az and Mauler play that game, and I just so pretty and terrifyingly gorgeous. Um, Dark sequences and stuff like that, and the monsters are, you know, absolutely horrifying and terrifying. That one bear I've seen a couple of times where it's just like, whoa, boy, that's scary.
Hmm.
Have you played Elder Scroll Online? Have you played it in a stream?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, I do it on my channel, on my gaming channel, but I haven't done so in a while. No.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, I need to get an internet amplifier for that, or else my gaming live stream is going to be a little wonky if I don't.
Yeah, I've noticed that the pipeline on those kinds of things needs to be really gaping, otherwise it gets clunky.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon, I just started watching. He's about 40 minutes in to a Skyrim stream, and he was doing Skyrim Online, of course, and it just crashed. I was literally there for like a few seconds, and he was paused, and he's like, "Nope, it's dead, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cancel the stream." The whole thing just crashed on him, and it
Oh
had nothing to do with
man.
the stream element. It had to do with his computer and his internet connection, and it just the streaming platform that he was using was just like throwing its hands up in the air going, "Sorry, dude, we're done for the night. I don't care if you even fix anything. It's irrelevant. I can't. The stream needs to be stopped, and we need to go all the way back to the beginning and start all over again." The stream was just refusing to be repaired, you know, during the stream. So he was just like, "That's it. We're done. Sorry, guys." It just kind of blew up in his face. And the chat was totally expecting it to happen. Supposedly, it's a thing with Skyrim where it's just so complicated that you can't stream it live or something. I don't know. But everybody I've heard talk about it was just like, yeah, Brandon tried. He tried, but it was never going to work, a lot of people have said.
Hmm.
I guess it's really complicated, or the material's too dense or something. Who knows?
I don't know. The question.
Is Moira still walking the kitty?
I don't know. She'll be back, hopefully.
That's a cute avatar, by the way.
Thank you. Potato Revan asked Itsy Lemons to do an avatar for me.
Oh,
And it's so cute. It's let me get a solo layout. It's my cat Pumpkin, and my original avatar, Super Saiyan Girl, all combined into one, and you see a cookie Deborah, and candy cane, lollipops, chocolate bar, little candy corn, and yeah, I'm on a Nimbus cloud
nice.
as well. So thank you, Yancy Lemons. Thank you, Potato Revan. I love it.
Yep, very cute. It's funny, you were listing off all the delicious items floating around you, and it immediately brought my childhood brain back to the supervillain in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang that still disturbs and haunts my subconscious. The Child Catcher. Have you ever heard of this character? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I heard Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I never watched it though.
Oh. Well, I would recommend it as a charming child movie, ironically written by Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond.
Yeah.
Starring Dick Van Dyke
Oh, okay.
and Julie Andrews.
Oh.
It's a musical
Wait.
about a car. No, talking about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Totally worth the watch, by the way, Raquel. I think you'll find it very enjoyable. It's
All right.
one of those classic, charming live action Disney style children's movies from back in the day. Very well executed, good heroic characters. Everybody plays their part, and Benny Hill even plays a toy maker in Germany.
She might be a little young for Benny Hill,
Oh yeah, okay.
or to know who that is.
Hmm.
Like, if you ever had insomnia in the mid-90s, you probably saw that, but
That's hysterical. All on
if
its
your
own.
insomnia was really bad, you were up long enough for Benny Hinn to come on next. I got this confused for a while as a teenager. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Benny Hill and the Three Stooges. It's two things I never totally understood the comedy of, but I have watched them anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily a just Three Stooges fan myself, but
Never got
It's-
into it.
It's classic slapstick. I mean, I get it theatrically. I understand what they're trying to achieve. I was always more of a Marx Brothers guy myself.
nice. That's kind of hot.
Just- But just for Groucho, Groucho is probably one of the most sophisticated comedians of the black and white era. Just so damn clever.
Leave you tapping
So-
the cigar everywhere.
Huh?
I was making fun of Groucho Marx because he would always be tapping his cigar.
Yeah.
That little.
Yeah.
One of his cute quotes that I can remember goes, "It's easier to stop smoking. I've done it lots of times." I love that. That's
Yes.
so true.
Such dry timing.
I love it. It's so great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic joke by him is, was it him who said it now? Or was it Chico who said it? I forget now. It's so hard to tell with those guys who came up with the joke first and said it on screen first. But I was out on a hunting trip and I shot a elephant in my pajamas. How he got into my pajamas, I'll never know.
Oh, shit. I love it.
Pajamas.
Yeah, because at first you think he shot the elephant while he was wearing his own pajamas. He
Right.
goes, yeah, I shot the elephant in my pajamas. How he got into my pajamas, I don't know. And you're just like, wait, what? I
Exactly.
went totally different direction. I love that.
It's just wordplay. It's quite literally sentence structure playing around with itself because you put the comma in the wrong place and all of a sudden it becomes, wait, what did he say?
I love it.
Just enlightened.
I'm a fan of Abbott Costello as well.
Yeah, some of their stuff is just beyond comedy, and of course, legendary. Who's on first? What's on second? Bit is just absolute history in the making.
Oh yeah, I like in my saved list, like got Abbott Costello and Jekyll and Hyde, Visible Man. Okay, apparently I didn't save anymore, but I got those like queued up to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make my mouse move. It's not moving correctly. There we go. Okay.
Their horror movie crossovers are surprisingly actually good horror movies.
I know. I love it. The first one I ever saw was the one that had Dracula and Frankenstein, and I used to watch it with my mom.
And if you watch them, you could see all of the earmarks of where Scooby-Doo got half of his comedy from. It's almost as if Scooby and Shaggy watched Abbott and Costello, and that's why they react the way they do. Because Costello, when Frankenstein would suddenly reach out an arm, or the Wolfman would reach out an arm, and he'd just be like,
cat, and like losing his shit and freaks out and runs.
just
Barely-
classic.
That is.
You know, the old arm reaching out and going to grab him, but Costello's moving away just fast enough for the arm to just miss him. It's like,
Yeah.
that's straight out of an Abbott and Costello movie, but Scooby-Doo does it too.
I
You know,
never
so
realized that. Holy shit! You just blew my mind.
yeah, history. History is an amazing thing, and the interconnectedness of that,
I think
It's
one
a
of the
reality.
episodes even had Abbott and Costello characters.
yeah, I think that they did. It's true, and Batman and Robin as well.
True. At some point, we're
Batman.
gonna have to set up an Abbott and Costello date and watch the movies.
What's that, Raquel?
No, Batman and Robin. I was going off what you said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they show up in a couple of Scooby-Doo episodes.
Some of the early ones.
That was right around the same time that I think Super Friends was under development, and that's why they were showing up. It was almost like universe crossover with Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, we'll have to like set up a time where we're hanging out backstage and watch some Abbott and Costello.
That'd be fun.
I think that would be great. We'll pop some popcorn. It'd be like a little buddy movie date thing going.
Sounds good.
Popcorn.
Buttered popcorn.
Butter popcorn with that seasoning on it, like that ranch seasoning and the garlic parmesan seasoning and whatnot. You shake on there. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, my sister-in-law does salt and pepper, and it's surprisingly delicious.
I don't trust people who use pepper. I
Yeah,
don't know why. My dad did. I don't know why. He was cool. But like anybody else, I look at them very sus for some reason.
Joe Kitty, what you talking about, girl? What you got against pepper, girl? You got a problem with the pepper?
No, I don't know what to say. I think it's been ruined because like when I would cook, there was sort of somebody who would like, well, let me just add some pepper to it. And they added pepper to their macaroni and cheese and anything else. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I made like these like kebabs with rice. I'm supposed to taste Middle Eastern. They added fucking pepper. I'm like, what the fuck?
I heard the craziest lore about pepper in a James Bond novel. He's in a bar and he just received a glass of vodka on the rocks. Oh no, straight up. And he grabbed the pepper shaker and shook it over the vodka.
Yeah.
And the narrative is basically it's him having a dialogue in his own head, and he goes, "I'm still old school enough to remember when vodka was poisonous and it required you to put cracked pepper onto the top of the vodka so that it absorbed this fluid that rose to the top of vodka
What
when
the
vodka wasn't distilled properly."
See,
And
now I
he
feel like I gotta look this up because what?
and he acquired a taste for vodka with pepper in it because
See,
of that.
I gotta Google this because now I'm sitting here like questioning.
James
like,
Bond's origins go back to the late 1930s, by the way. The original novel, the character owns a car, a 1938 Bentley, that is his prized possession in the novels. So James Bond is a World War II character.
Oh, yeah, I mean that I get, but I gotta look this pepper business up because it's fucking with me now.
Yet supposedly there was a distilling process in Russia that if you didn't pour pepper over the vodka, you could easily poison yourself to death
Yikes.
or go blind from the vodka. So yeah, it was one of those things that I'm like reading it. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, what? No wonder vodka is a tough guy drink. Of course. Now it makes sense.
It's telling us how to make a cocktail called pepper vodka. But
Oh, there you go. See, that would be how the taste. This is what I mean about it's a weird earmark in history where it was a requirement, but eventually became a mixed drink style because people would drink it with pepper.
all right, it says here, in the early days of distillation, I guess, Russians used to use local herbs to flavor vodka and mitigate unpalatable flavors. Black peppercorns and dillweed were the most popular additions. Legend goes that the black pepper flavored vodka was the 17th century Emperor Peter the Great's drink of choice. I'm waiting for it to talk about it being like.
Yeah, I would have to find the quote in the James Bond novel because I've only listened to it in audiobook form, so I don't own any of the actual books. But I'm sure that I could spend time looking up.
It's also a home remedy to help reduce fever, apparently.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, because when the pepper acts like a sponge because it's a dried corn, right?
All right.
So there's some oil that develops on the top because of, I guess, from the potato processing that they use, because vodka is a potato vodka. It's a potato wine. It's a fermented potato.
Yeah.
The way sake is a fermented rice.
Yeah, apparently pepper and vodka is a thing, but it's not giving me like the history on that. I'm gonna have to look up the history for that. Hold up.
Yeah, like I said, interesting little tidbit. You know, when I first read it, I was really surprised, and then you start looking into it like you're doing, and it's like it's a style of drink now because it was so frequently used.
Oh, it does mention Fleming and Bond on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I'm sure it makes a reference to the specific book. What was the book, though? I think it was From Russia with Love that it may have been mentioned indirectly. That would make the most sense. Maybe Casino Royale. Who knows? Because it was in that book that the original "shaken not stirred" line actually occurs in that novel. Because it was the first book.
There's often quite a lot of fusel oil on the surface of this stuff. At least there used to be when it was badly distilled, poisonous.
Yep.
In Russia, where you get a lot of bathtub liquor, it's an understood thing to sprinkle pepper in your glass. It takes the oil to the bottom. I got to like the taste, but now it's habit. But I shouldn't have insulted the Club Wolfschmidt. I guess he must have insulted the guy by putting that on the vodka, I guess.
Right. Yeah, in much the same way that you insult a chef when he sees you use ketchup on a steak or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I've had to get on to a few people like that.
Or actually, I think technically, if you add salt and pepper or any other spices to a dish, the chef would be insulted because they've already seasoned it. You should eat it
Right?
as it is coming out of the kitchen. You shouldn't put anything else on it. You should try it the way the chef prepared it first.
Yeah, I think that's part of the where I am with the pepper and the audacity, because it could be macaroni and cheese. It doesn't matter. It could be something that has like Middle Eastern flavors, and that fucker will put pepper on it. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Is there anything you won't eat this with? Fuck.
Well, my mother used to make a pan-fried liver when I was a child,
Ooh, with the onion.
and I don't know. No, I don't think she did it with onions.
Aw.
And it was, for me, there was no other way to eat it other than with mustard, smothered in mustard.
Oh, see, that's
because
just fucking weird. I don't know if I can deal with you.
I hated the taste of it, and the only way I could swallow it was with mustard on it. I was a big mustard fan when I was a child.
I like the liver and onions my mom would make. It was quite sassy. It's good
Hers
stuff.
was always far too dry. She would turn it into almost a bacon.
Oh, yeah, I hate when people overcook it. Then it's terrible. Then no, it's still got to just have a hint of pink still inside,
Hmm.
just a wee bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because
It can
I've
dry-
had
can
it
go dry really
made
fast.
properly, and it's quite delicious.
Oh yeah.
But you need a thicker steak. You can't have it like under a quarter of an inch. It needs to be thicker than that.
Right.
And she would always buy these really skimpy plates of liver and these cuts. And I don't know. Maybe it was just the way
Oh,
she
you
preferred
had
it.
cow liver, huh?
I guess
Yeah, 'cause
maybe.
the long thin slices is like that's the cow liver. What we had was chicken liver, and so it was like the size of chicken nuggets or a little bit bigger. And my mom would saute those with onions. The chicken liver I like better than the cow liver. Cow liver is like so fucking tough. God.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
can't
guess
deal
that's
with
what it
that
was
shit.
then.
Yeah, the
That's
chicken
probably
liver
what
is
it was.
way better. It's a similar flavor, but way more tender and easier to deal with.
Right. And I would highly recommend anybody to add liver to their diet, even as a pate, where you grind it up as a spread, because the liver processes all the toxins in any being's body.
Yeah.
So adding that to your diet will allow your body to ingest and process those toxins after they've been filtered. And that's going to make your body a little hardier just by that process alone.
I certainly need to be hardy, that's for sure.
So it's always good to eat those kinds of cuts.
Yeah, I do. I have not had chicken liver in a while. I need to go get some. been
It's
a
probably great to stew it. I could easily see that in like a good dense stew
while.
as
Maybe,
one of the meats in a stew.
possibly. I don't know if I have the patience for a stew, but sautéed, yeah, with onion. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
that stuff is so good. I forgot how much I love that shit. Now I'm feeling all feisty. Like,
And kidneys the same way, for the same reason.
yeah,
Kidneys as well. Any sort of animal kidney is probably a very good thing to have as part of a stew or a soup or a broth, for exactly the same reason as the
isn't
liver.
that kidney that's like on a chicken back?
It's very close to the
little
back of the
brains
body
inside.
on any animal.
Yeah, it looks like little brains on each side of the back.
They look just like the peas that they're named after, just like the beans that they're named after. Kidney
Because
beans are
there's
called
something-
kidney beans
there-
because they look like a kidney.
No, these are longer though, like a little bit longer.
Right. Yeah, but they are nodes that kind of resemble like a clenched banana almost. They
Oh,
definitely canoe shaped in a lot of ways.
yeah, kind of. I mean,
Boat like, chubby on one end, but
and
like kind of
the outside looks
cinched on the
like
other
a
end.
brain with all the
Yeah.
the design in it. Yeah, I eat those. I was hoping that was a kidney because I didn't know what the fuck I was eating, but it's on there. I'm eating it.
Hello, chat. We got some new
Hello,
guys.
Isaac.
Unhinged.
Hi.
Oh, we were
Rich,
talking about
right
liver being
reviews.
good for people, and he was telling us a story of peppered vodka from a James Bond movie.
Mm. Yeah, from the novel. I don't think it's
Oh.
ever directly mentioned from any of the books,
Oh,
from any of the movies. But he does drink a vodka martini.
well,
So
yeah.
that's probably how it translated into the film. I'm speaking of the original initial dialogue in early James Bond novels that seemed to suggest that he'd been drinking vodka in some pretty rough places in Russia.
Yeah,
And he just developed the habit. Just like you said. It's like, I put that shit on everything. He's like, in the book, I think he's actually halfway through peppering his vodka, and he's just like, oh, sorry. Whoops. Old habit.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's not supposed to give himself away.
Right, because that would actually show not only your condition, but your concern and your knowledge base. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like the three finger thing in
Oh, yeah, I
Inglourious
was just thinking
Bastards.
that when he did it with his thumb, or he did it with his his three fingers instead of the thumb and two fingers.
Yeah,
I was
those
literally
kinds of
just
reveals
picturing
will
that.
get you shot.
Right? I had to watch that scene a couple of times and had to Google it to figure out what just fucking happened.
I
The whole
know.
kind of broke loose, and I'm like, what did I miss? And I had to look it up, and apparently the Germans used the thumb and the two fingers. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah,
It's one of those things.
yeah. I think it's funny. We were thinking about the same scene at the same time. That's awesome. But yeah, I had
Oh,
to like,
Moira.
okay, what just happened? And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay,
Yeah,
now.
and
I didn't know why he gave him like a dirty look at first, and then like all hell broke loose. I'm like, the fuck? He just ordered a drink. What happened? You know, like I was completely like, yeah. So now I kind of want to do that occasionally, see if anybody notices when I hold the thumb and two fingers to see if anyone says anything.
Right, in America, I don't think anybody would acknowledge it. You
That's
might
probably
get
true.
somebody would notice it and go, "Oh, you're doing the Inglourious Bastards thing," and they would use that as the reference point.
And I'd be like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like I can't
But-
fault them. At least get the reference. I'd be like, okay. Can't hate
You're
them for
absolutely right. That scene just all of a sudden just goes off the rails, and you're
that.
just
Yeah, it
like,
goes
"What
from,
the hell
it goes
just
from, like,
happened?"
2 to 100 real quick, and I'm like, what? Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, what is happening? I felt dumb. I was like rewinding it. I'm like, what happened? Then I just could not figure it out for the life of me.
Yeah, and that's not Cumberbatch. Who is that? That's the
Yeah, I
actor.
can't remember his name.
But you would think that he was going to be in the movie for like the whole duration, and no, he just gets completely blown away because of some stupid amateur decision he made. And it's like it just goes to show like how quickly things can turn and just blow up
Oh,
in your
yeah.
face.
Yeah, it got
Um,
wild. I was like, good Lord. The whole underground bar was fucked.
Oh my God! And it, all because of that married guy too. And he's the only one that survives, isn't it? Isn't he the one who actually survives pretty much?
I would have to watch it again, to be honest. Because it's been
But it was like something really dumb like that. Like the guy that basically really started up all the tension because he was being a drunken
I thought
idiot.
didn't somebody get killed in the woods?
Yeah, at the very end, they I
Yeah,
think
because I think somebody really annoying gets killed in the woods, like Miller's Crossing style. Like he's just like, no, and he like fucking just shoots him anyway.
yeah, the guy who drinks the milk in the beginning.
Yeah, anybody who drinks milk like that probably just needs to die. I'm just kidding.
He doesn't actually
Kidding.
get killed.
No.
They carve a swastika into his head.
Oh, I thought he got killed.
No, his driver got killed. And he starts
Hey.
complaining about how he made a deal with his colonel and you're going to be in so much trouble because I made this deal with your colonel. And he goes, I've been in trouble with my colonel before. He'll get over it.
I like that.
He's
That's
like,
pretty fun.
you're going to be wearing the symbol on your forehead for the rest of your life, man. There's just
And
no
that's-
way you're getting out of this woods without this symbol being carved in your head. Because when you get home, you're going to be able to take off that uniform. But I
Well,
want
he's
everyone to
sensible. He
know.
probably just like use something abrasive to try to, clear the scarring. It takes a bit though.
Not back then. You didn't do that. Plastic surgery was a brand new field of
No.
medicine.
I mean, you can basically use something like baking soda and lemon juice, and over time you can wear a scar down.
Okay. Yeah. Until then, though.
Oh yeah, it'll take a bit. It'll take a bit. If he had any sense, he'd probably just cut the whole spot out anyway,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just say that I don't know, some weird thing stamped him. I don't know. It's better than having that on your forehead for sure.
Yeah, you could burn it. You could quite literally burn it.
Oh
or,
yeah.
Or
Especially all the stuff that
cut
was
it
going
out and
on.
suture it. That's another technique you could do, which is
Yeah.
kind of what plastic surgery does, which would flatten your forehead, of course, and pull your eyebrows up.
Yeah, he can
So
just
you'd be perpetually shocked.
a hot piece of metal and just burn part of his forehead and just tell him from the explosion it was a burn.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I survived the
All the
war.
injuries
You
going
know,
on at that time, he could pull it
it
off.
was terrible. I don't, it's very difficult. To look at this scar. Isn't it sexy? Yeah, who knows?
I'm gonna go get some rolling papers. Hold on.
Wow, there's a reveal. Yeah. Ja, go grab that rolling paper, darling. Bring that stuff over here. Grab some grass and let's roll that stuff.
Okay, I'm back. I had to pet my cat and let her know I love her.
Aww.
Aw, kitty.
It's sweet little Bob. For some reason, she's deciding she's liking the front room right now because the heater in there is really nice. So she's been just flaking out on the middle of the walkway that gives her just the right amount of heat from the heater. And so she's been chilling there in a chair near the heater. So I've been dumped since my heater's not good enough. At least not for her. That sassy cat.
Before I was on with you guys, I was over at Pacific 414. I was on his channel. They were talking Arcane. Have either of you seen the show Arcane?
She's more likely to have than me.
The one based on
Arcane?
League of Legends.
I'm assuming it has a Jinx involved.
Yes, there is a Jinx involved.
Yeah,
Formerly
sadly I
known
did
as
not have the right
Powder.
hair color extensions, so I couldn't be Jinx this year.
Aw,
Yeah, the
very
hair was
popular
too
young
dark.
lady.
Is it Kitty sit on my lap? Meow.
There's two characters in that show, Jinx and the father figure that basically adopts her. Yes, it is, Isaac. It's on Netflix. Probably one of the best pieces of Western animation since the mid '90s. It's a real aspiration to the field of animation in the United States, and it was done by a French studio based on the property League of Legends. It's still being touted as one of the best adaptations of a video game ever brought to screen. We will have Edge Runner, which is based in the cyberpunk universe, that is considered to be on par. And I've heard some pretty startling reviews about that one as well. Yeah, Edge Runner was fantastic, sir. Absolutely. Totally good stuff. Getting some high praise. And the property, both of them actually, are bringing people to the game that didn't even know the game existed, taking people out of their little normie scope and bringing them to Cyberpunk and League of Legends, because the material is just so engrossing that people are like, I want to play this game. What's this being based on? This world looks fantastic. This stuff is so cool. So it's doing its job. It's exactly what a property should do. When you adapt something, it's supposed to open up the floodgates, not inhibit people and tell people don't go away. It's not for you. It's not supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be doing just the opposite.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that ending is pretty startling, and that she's a badass character from what I understand. I mean, I've only seen reviews, and you know how reviews go on YouTube. It's basically cutscenes and desperate gallery events where people are trying to show you what they're reviewing, but there's only so much they can actually show before YouTube just locks them down and kicks them off.
I should probably go look. I probably got a copyright hit already. I should probably go check.
Live streams are weird like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they get
And
upset.
they must have dialed it down because people were basically just, the screen would just go black. And unless you were watching YouTube on another screen or another tab, you wouldn't even know that you were not
Oh
online
yeah, they
anymore.
don't even give you the courtesy of letting you know.
I was on a panel once that quite literally happened 3 times in a row during a live stream. And we were just all laughing. We're just like, what the heck just happened? We're watching a trailer from a TV series from
Oh, they
13
hate
years
they hate
ago.
that. Yeah, they hate you watching trailers. They gave me so much crap for trailers from like movies from the 80s. I'm like, really? Oh,
Yeah, I know a bunch of people. T-shirted Historian is a big advocate, Isaac, for the cyberpunk universe. He's a big player in that. I understand a lot of people really like that game, and everybody that goes and checks out the anime is pretty damn impressed that they nailed the way they felt about that universe too, because all the tributes and all of the devices and the different leagues and groups within the cyberpunk game are all represented very, very nicely by this anime called Edge Runner. Definitely done by a Japanese studio, Raquel. I don't know if you've seen any footage from it, but it's one of those very cold, super flat kind of palettes where it's very neon, not a lot of shading, a lot of, heavy classic anime cell work kind of stuff. And the backgrounds are just gritty but colorful. And the action is anime, so it's high tempo and super gruesome and bloody because it's all cyberpunk combat.
Right.
And there's some cybernetics that make some of these guys like crazy dangerous. Even inside schoolyards where people just all of a sudden have like hypersonic, like Dragon Ball style punch styles.
Nice.
So, you're more than welcome to check out some stuff. I don't know, where is that playing? Is that on Netflix as well, Isaac? I don't remember now where everybody's watching that, but it's gaining a real audience. Even Brandon, the anime guy, who is a pretty tough critic when it comes to these things, even he was impressed. So that's,
I guess I have to check it out.
yeah, basically a young man just gets sick and tired of being so poor.
Mm-hmm.
And he decides to give himself this spinal implant that turns out to be a legendary device.
Ooh.
And that's it. The whole story opens up from there.
Darn it, I lost 2 subscribers again. It's always 2. Always. Every time it's 2 subscribers gone. It's so weird.
Huh.
I
wonder
know.
why.
I complained about last time, and then like I got 2 more back, and now it's 2 again. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Isaac. Edge Runner is on Netflix. Yeah. I don't think there's many
Edge
episodes
Runner.
either. I'd be surprised if it's any more than a dozen episodes. But, mohawks, colored hair, cybernetic eye implants,
That's wild.
Yeah, it's off the hook. I mean, some of the technology that's being displayed in this is, I know it's straight out of the video game, but I haven't seen action like this since the first Ghost in the Shell movie, was just, whoo, that was brutal. It's like, what just happened to that guy? I don't know, but he's a puddle on the floor now. Just messy, messy. So that's good stuff. I'm happy. I'm, you know me. I'm a 2D forever, man. So anytime I see animation getting celebrated like this, I'm very, very happy. And that's why I recommend Arcane for either of you if you haven't seen much of it. Totally worth give it an episode or 2. Just from the character animations alone in Arcane. The expressiveness, you just lose track. You keep forgetting that you're watching an animated film that's allegedly, CGI 3D animation, because everything looks like it's watercolor paintings.
Ooh.
All of the texture work on the 3D models are actually painted as opposed to cell shaded or shaded by some sort of a lighting system. So everything has this very organic background painting kind of feel to it. And the universe is so gritty and real and grounded. Characters do some of these movements, and it's like gravity is functioning. You could feel the weight of everything in the world, but there are these supernatural powers being displayed. It's some pretty solid work. The recent animation award ceremony, I think it's called the Annies, it swept all of the awards. Arcane just swept them. I forget the name of the actress that. See if I could bring it up. But she played in the TV series Hawkeye. Not that that's condoning that property. She was also in the Transformers movie with Bumblebee.
Oh yeah.
That actress.
Dark-haired girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megan Fox.
No. That's from the original Transformers.
Oh.
No. This
Okay.
is where are you? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where is she? Wow, why am I having such a difficult time? There it is. Hallie Steinfeld.
Oh, okay.
She's really awesome in this. She plays a tough guy character, and her emotional range as a voice actress really brings the character to life. All of the characters have that kind of Miyazaki, Ghibli Studios level of grayness where everybody's justified. Nobody's really wrong. Nobody's really right either, right? Everybody's compromising. Everybody is compromising. So it's this really great dynamic world that they build in there. And it's a steampunk world. And it doesn't go over the top with the steampunk either. It's just there. It's just real, right? So it's this really solid world building, very solid political dynamics, all good across the board. Highly recommended. But we were streaming for 3.5 hours, chatting about it. And Pacific sent me a link, had me on, had a really great chat on the subject.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gave you guys both a bump out before I left. Matter of fact, I was talking about our anime stream from over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, because there was something really crazy that came up when I was talking to that guy Dooku, or Doku, where I talked to him about that legal angle about the fan base getting upset with a property developer regarding One Piece, and he was just like, you know what? There's some legal precedent that such a document could be drafted up and actually have some legitimacy, that if the fan base says you're doing it wrong and they continue to proceed, that it could be economic sabotage of an IP, and that's a violation of FCC regulations. It's like, if you're continuing to produce something that you know is going to fail, that the audience that you're using is openly telling you that they're not planning on watching this thing if you keep making it this way, then they're in violation of a trust of sorts to the property. and that there are grounds for a public act a public class act suit to be developed. So when he told me that, I was like, "You got to be kidding, for real?" Because I'm kind of half joking, like a snarky, angry comment to make. But for him to legitimize it like that, I'm like, I've been spreading that word around because that's a gaping pile of hope to even hear such a
I think
thing.
those are referred to as class action suits.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's how I referenced it too in the conversation. But
Mm,
to hear somebody who knows more about law than I probably ever will say that there's some legitimacy to even suggesting such a thing, I
indeed.
was thoroughly impressed. I was really happy about that because everybody's joked about suing George Lucas, or
For sure.
everybody's joked about these things, but there might actually be a real lawsuit in the near future.
Yeah, you'll find a lawyer's willing to do it, and a judge is willing to do it.
Well, you know what? Filing a legal action that's actually recognized by the court at all might be threatening enough. For them to back off some of these other legendary properties like Babylon 5 or future Star Trek projects or whatever. It's just, you know what? Hands off. Power to the people, man. Respect.
Right.
Right.
Because enough already, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, One Piece. It's really, guys? Cowboy Bebop? For real?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who do you guys think you are? This is laundering. You're laundering money at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whose tax write-off is this? How dare you use our legendary properties to do a tax write-off? These are serious questions that fans have been openly asking about these things. Amazon with Lord of the Rings, it's how much money did they dump into the project? Where did that money go? Because it's certainly not being seen on screen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
These are legitimate questions that organizations like the FCC and the animators, American animation unions, and all of these other companies, that they're all deeply involved. It's like, what are you doing? I've been saying it for a long time. The idea that the DC animated stuff blows the socks off of any live action that's ever been produced. There's some serious issues that need to be discussed with that. It's like DC should be able to sue Warner Brothers for destroying their IPs.
Right. I was sitting here thinking that what if it causes slippery slope and the opposing sides decide to, voice up and make it bad, but they're kind of already doing that though. So this might actually even the playing field a bit.
It's just nice to know that there's some legitimacy to even the thought process. And
Oh,
Isaac
yeah.
is kind of backing me up with some shareholder stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you hear what I'm saying, Isaac. This is, it's like, wow, really? I didn't even know that we had such power. I mean, could we really be doing this?
I've heard
Should
about
we
it in
talk
some
to
cases.
Film Threats? I mean, Film Threats jokingly wrote up a legal document to process George Lucas for the current Star Wars universe or whatever. And there were all kinds of things that they were listing that Disney should be able to be brought up on charges on behalf of Lucasfilm for destroying the property because they went against canon. They destroyed Obi-Wan as a character. They connected Princess Leia to the character that she was never supposed to be connected historically to that character before, which basically destroys the storylines of the older films, which means they're not valid documents of the Star Wars universe anymore. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, hello. Since we're talking about some nerdy stuff, here comes Comic Chat. How are you, darling? And welcome. What are you doing up so late? You'll like Comic Chat.
They have, all the properties are doing damage to themselves now, and I find it kind of crazy, ironic that self-destruction is not legal for individuals, but it's okay for IPs, which are considered not real persons but corporate personages. How they're allowed to be self-destructive? I don't understand how that works. Right? Because a corporation can vote, a corporation can donate money, right?
Right.
Because they're incorporated, they're considered a kind of virtual person. Hey, Comic Chat, what are we saying here?
Hello.
Steven, that sounds like crazy talk. Just using the bathroom. Now I'm trying to go back to sleep.
Well, we're glad you spent your bathroom time with us.
Nice.
We send you hugs. Oh, my back.
Anyway, sorry to go all political. Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
No. You're good.
This works well with YouTube in general. But yeah, it does sound like an interesting concept. Like, yeah, if enough people fuss, they might change up a few things.
Yeah. And we got proof of the reality with the Sonic movie all by itself. The Sonic community saw that commercial and they were just like, no, wrong, not having it.
And
they redid it. And you know what? Lo and behold, the show was functioned and the audience came, saw the film, and were happy with it. So much so that a sequel was made and they were happy with that one too. So we do have some powers. That those kinds of movements are extremely encouraging to fan bases because it's pretty dismal out there. It's pretty sad.
Well, it's not necessarily the idea that one would win the lawsuit. It's that it's so many people that are pissed off, they might change it because they know that represents the amount of money they would lose in the box office. So I think it's about the message it sends, not necessarily that anyone thinks it would actually, per se, win with Disney. It's more of a scare tactic to get them to make the stuff right.
And, Comics Chat, I thoroughly understand what you're talking about. But they do have a responsibility to the people because Disney is not a single ownership. It's not a dictatorship. Wow. There isn't one person in charge at Disney. There are hundreds of thousands of shareholders and hundreds of thousands below them that are just stockholders. And they have chartered responsibilities through corporate regulations to those shareholders. They can't just go willy-nilly screwing around. In the end, they have to show how this move that they've made to contaminate the entire landscape of their IP is actually a profitable thing. If they can't show that on paper, then they're being self-destructive to their own property. And that's never legal, ever.
I think that's wild that it's not legal.
It'd be like you beating up your child or burning down your house. Not allowed. And that's the precedent. And so I was just acknowledging that there actually is a logical precedent to all of that.
That is wild. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, Isaac, but I think with enough normie outcry eventually coming to bear, you know what? These guys will start to get informed, or they'll go. Their accountant will get in touch with them and be like, "This stock ain't worth peanuts compared to what it was when you bought it. So, how come? I thought Disney was a sure thing. You told me Disney was a sure thing. Not anymore." So it's going to take some time, but eventually the dollars will start knocking them in the head and they'll be like, you know what? let me call their insurance company. Hey, Bob. Yeah, how you doing, Tom? Long time no see. Yeah, great golf game last weekend. By the way, what the hell? Because all these things are insured. Everything. Every single film has to go through an insurance process. That's how they get loans in the first place.
Well, Disney has bought a lot of other companies. So even if people decided to boycott anything with the name Disney on it, they still have Fox and a few other things. I can't remember what all of it, like bunch of shows plus bunch of shows in syndication. And so they would still make a ridiculous amount of money, even if the Disney side failed. It'd be a big chunk of money. It definitely would, but they wouldn't necessarily die. I think they made sure of that.
The ironic twist to these last films were all still very profitable is that had they actually supported what the fans were looking for, just think of how astronomically more profitable they would have been.
Well, I don't want to think about that because I do believe there is such a thing as too rich, and these fuckers are it.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, that's a whole other story. That's that's
true.
Economic angst, okay, and that's a reality. That's all fine. That's all well and good. That's a philosophical discussion about global economies.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that had Disney handled the Star Wars universe and kept it within canon, those wouldn't have been billion-dollar films. They would have been nearly trillion-dollar films.
Ooh.
Okay? That's the part about this that really is disturbing. The trillions of dollars that were never earned because this thing never blew up. It actually imploded. People didn't go to see Solo. Right? They actually left Disney Plus because of Obi-Wan. Right? The numbers still haven't rattled around through the grading to be discovered by the investors yet. That hasn't entirely happened just yet. But the reality is that Disney Plus is failing because of these properties. The Marvel properties, the movies, and Warner Brothers and Paramount are experiencing exactly the same thing with Star Trek. These things are not functioning. They're not functioning properly. And although these movies made plenty of money and probably even got themselves past the budget, the truth of the matter is if Han Solo was as sexy as Baby Driver, that would have been a $1 billion movie by the end of the first month.
Yeah, it was a cute movie.
Okay. As a matter of fact, if you could reskin Baby Driver with a Han Solo model, that's what the Solo movie should have been. A disturbed kid, heart of gold, finally meets the love of his life, and he's just like, screw this friggin' bank robbery nonsense. Yeah, Comic Chat, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And who the hell would ever have believed that we would have ever seen a $1 billion movie before? I mean, before Avatar, it was unheard of. Avatar at least needed it to be a $1 billion movie because it cost $500 million to even develop, which was unheard of at the time. Nobody had ever heard of a movie budgeted at $500+ million. Unheard of. New mocap technology, new CG modeling technologies, new image capture technologies, brand new computer models being developed. I mean, they were pulling all the stops out. That movie was an experiment turned into a magnificent success, and it didn't even really find an audience the way it was supposed to find because the storyline was so simple. Imagine if the story was just a little bit more sophisticated. it would have been a $2 billion movie. You know, the amount of money lost because these things aren't entirely what they really could have been. Everybody forgets that Star Wars kind of saved Hollywood. They were about to go bankrupt across the board in 1977. They were shutting down.
Oh, dang.
Hollywood was not maintaining itself in 1977.
Everybody was on
Buildings were
cocaine.
falling apart. Studios were selling off property. Star Wars came along and changed the whole landscape overnight. 20th Century Fox had not seen money like that coming in since the early 60s. It was a remarkable, remarkable turn of history and fate for them. And the studios all started greenlighting these new college guys because they were just like, you know what? I guess we don't know what we're talking about. And they got Godfather, they got Star Wars, they got Close Encounters, they got E.T., they got Raiders of the Lost Ark. All of these things started happening because they let these college kids have the money they needed. Because they didn't know what they were talking about. They really didn't know what they were talking about, and they were big enough to admit it at the time. Hopefully, we will see the industry take on that thing and just be like, you know what, guys, we really need to start listening to this fan base. We can't be playing this game no more.
Right.
I mean, unless they're actually trying to destroy the theater industry, which is probably what they might be doing. But nobody wants to pay for all these subscription channels.
I don't, but I wouldn't even if they were good because I don't like sports.
All right.
Ooh, I've been running for 3 hours. And I think
Yeah.
Raquel's about to die.
Well, it's been a long day, a hard day.
Yeah. It's been a hard day.
It's midnight over here on the West Coast. I can't imagine what it is. You guys are both central, aren't you?
Yeah.
2 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But what am I thinking? Tomorrow, or actually, today is tomorrow.
Right.
In a few hours.
Later on today, I'll be doing a hangout stream on my channel.
Nice.
I'm assuming around. I'm just gonna say between 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time.
So, like, what, 17 hours?
Somewhere
like that.
between there, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that vicinity.
Very
Sounds
cool.
marvelous.
Yeah, there's my channel link. Yeah, so I'm thinking about between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Central Time later on today.
That sounds marvelous. Stefan, what do you think? Does it sound fun?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fine. I've got a couple of things on my own docket for tomorrow. I'm going to be on a stream with Roman of the Empire at about 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to be 7 p.m. for you guys, center of the United States.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about villains and bad guys in the history of Hollywood. We'll be getting into some Star Wars and Star Trek villains, of course, because they're pretty classic.
Man, I want
But
to talk
also,
about some bad guys.
Some other. Yeah, more than welcome to join the chat. Like I said, it's a 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. show. We'll probably go for about 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer.
Does he have?
We got
thing
some
up
heavy
already?
hitters coming to join our panel. Several of them are 1,000 subscriber plus channels, so we're honored to have some of these celebrities on our channel to discuss the matter, and it should be a good thing. We got Pops coming down. We got
Can you send me a
Nerdporial
link to
coming
where that's
over.
gonna be?
I'll be tweeting about it tomorrow as the day starts to
I'm
come
really
to.
bad at keeping up with my tweets, so you don't have to
So
message me.
I'll be bumping it directly onto some of those groups that
Oh,
I'm
that
a
will
part
help.
of.
That would help.
Yeah.
because like we were just discussing some bad guys, and I'm like, depending on the bad guy, I kind of have a thing for that. So I'm kind
Yeah,
of like,
hey, Ming the Merciless. You've got all the villains from all the action movies, like Tulsa Doom from the Conan the Barbarian movie, all kinds. It's like the scope of the conversation will be a lot of fun. Good bunch of guys. A lot of clever rapport is going to happen, and I'm sure there'll be some excellent fencing going on, conversation. Daniel's going to be there as well. We got some big celebrities coming down, so it'll be a lot of fun. And I'm an honorary member of the panel,
hugs.
and
Mhm.
it should be a grand old time. And before that, Pops is actually having a discussion earlier in the day with Leia Rose, discussing the spiritual tropes in the Star Wars franchise. And she's a bit of a buff on the topic, so she'll be talking about Buddhism and Shintoism in Star Wars, as well as Catholic and Christian and Judaic and Muslim
Oh, wow.
tropes built into the Star Wars universe as
I
well.
never
So
paid attention to that.
that's
That'd be
the
interesting.
Star Wars. That's on Pop's channel. That's probably going to be somewhere late afternoon, midday. It's a couple hours before we get started. So that's another one. It's just an honorable mention. It's not something I'm a part of, but certainly something interesting for the fan base.
Yeah.
And that's just tomorrow. So, hey, Raquel, if you're opening up a chill stream, please, let me know. That certainly bump the information into the groups that we're a part of, and I'll be
Mhm.
keeping an eye out. I'll certainly be keeping an eye out.
Well, I just scheduled it. I put it for 9:30.
Ah,
Splendiferous.
that sounds actually very doable.
Woohoo!
All right. I
That's a good deal.
I already scheduled it. It's already up.
Well, I feel giddy. A giddy kitty.
And I'm definitely getting a little punchy for sure.
Oh. Well, you sound very cute when you're punchy.
Oh. Punchy?
When you start to get a little cottony in the head and a little
when you
giddy.
get so tired, you get silly.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean sleepy? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's when you start giggling about nothing, or when you start talking in circles and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Punchy. I guess it's directly related to the concept of spiking the punch.
I was thinking punch drunk.
Yeah, well, same thing.
Fair enough. Hugs to you. And if anybody wants to throw some love to my PayPal, it would be super appreciated because CV shafts are, I have issues. So if anyone wants to send love, it would be super appreciated. I don't have anything to shill because I'm going to be hanging out with Raquel. So that's all I can shill is I'll be hanging out with her. But we are super glad y'all came by. We love you all. If you're still watching this all the way at the end on a replay, why? No, I'm just kidding. But we appreciate you. We love you.
Indeed.
Right.
And